picture, like a hashtag at. The hardest part's not going to be looking directly at that. That's super weird. It's like a person staring at us, expecting us to be funny.
Right.
God damn. So, are you funny? Do you think you're funny? Are we funny?
Yeah. It's in the personality, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Once you warm up, you gotta warm up a little bit.
Oh, dude. See, now that's the part that I'm excited about now, is it's all about learning your crowd, and
Yeah,
this is the audience right now. We're each other's audience. Once we catch on board with the vibes that we're all throwing, we'll be able to better read each other and bounce off each other.
Yeah.
So this is going to be super rocky, I guarantee you, for the checking my invisible watch for the next 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
But after that, once we get a little relaxed and your legs get tired, well...
that hardly ever happens.
Well,
that hardly ever happens. Just natural,
Oh, goddamn. My name is David Beal. I don't know why I'm introducing myself, but I feel like it's good to get out there. I'm sitting here with...
Well...
We're going with Bobo or
Bobble the Snowman, yep.
Bobble the Snowman.
Yep.
Bobble the Snowman.
Bobble the Snowman.
I feel like that's going to need a story here in a second.
I'm going to go with Chris Mitchell.
Maybe.
Chris Mitchell. Chris Mitchell, David Beal, and Bobble the Snowman. We're like a car ad or a car commercial or something.
Yeah, Dante got a nickname.
That's so bad.
Delicious Dante.
No, I don't know. You tell me.
So far, all I know about this guy is he's got a spider bite somewhere near his pubes.
You gotta have a stripper name for him.
What was his name? His name was it was something simple. Wayne or something like that. Wayne or something. Huh?
Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne.
My first name's Wayne. So I was Wayne.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Are we saying Wayne or Wang?
Wang.
Yeah. His podcast name I think is Wayne.
Coming up with names now? Our alter egos?
I'm not.
If I wear a cape next time, you guys gonna be pissed?
No, hey. More the merrier, man. It's all good. But
so were you on Craigslist when you found this, or?
Yes, yep.
What were you looking for on Craigslist? Those misconnections.
Side hustles.
Side hustles.
Side hustles, bro. I found a couple of them, so I've been going through them. Yeah.
What'd you find?
Just like some yard work, some painting, shit like that,
Like moving people.
Yeah, this stupid thing that's you go out in the soccer field that's way out here by the Amtrak station. It's way out there, right?
Oh yeah, the complex, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it was like $50 they pay for like a day just to show up, and if they don't need you, they pay you anyways.
Holy shit!
Yeah, so I mean,
but paid to show up.
They got them up to the Bay Area too.
To do what? To help out with the soccer stuff? Or?
Yeah, you help out with all the setting up the tables and doing
legit.
Gatorade drinks and shit like that.
I hop on there and all people want is pictures of my feet. It's fucking. And there was one guy. He was
what, Craigslist?
Yeah. I keep telling my girl.
In?
Oh, fucking just gigs. I keep telling my girl, I says, you can make so much more money if you just painted your toes a little bit better. I'm telling you.
These guys, I like to
I did apply. There was a guy on there looking for a nude house cleaner. He was out in Escalon somewhere, and I was like, fuck it, I'm open-minded. I know he's not going to want me, but it was just at the same time that new girl filter on Snapchat came out. So I took a picture of myself and I sent it to him. I mean, the face, I look gorgeous. Like, I would have fucked me. But you could clearly see all my chest hair and everything. Yeah, no, he never responded. I was a little sad.
Wax, man.
A little let down, huh?
Honestly, yeah.
You thought you had him.
I don't want to be too honest, but it did hurt the ego a little bit, and I'm not sure why.
Yeah. You even fucking shaved the pubes.
Seriously? Well, I don't mind cleaning a house, and I'm comfortable naked. I love me.
Get like a little French maid outfit and shit. Dusting pictures off.
See, that costs extra. You know,
all right.
The costumes, that cost extra. I'll show you though. I'll come next week dressed as a Frenchman. Clean this place up a little bit.
Looks like fucking Hitler on the Adam Sandler movie, Little Nicky.
Oh shit.
I haven't seen that in so long.
Dude.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler. Who's Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler, man, the comedian.
Which one's that?
Legend, man.
Which one's
He's
that?
been around forever.
What's it-
Jim
what's he
Carrey.
look like?
Grown ups.
Jim Carrey's cousin.
Jim Carrey.
Is he? He's Jim Carrey's cousin?
Is he really?
No.
Oh.
I was about to say, like, I'm fucking with him.
I never heard that shit. Yeah, I never heard that at all.
Oh,
But
God, Adam
hey, you never
Sandler.
know though, right? You never know.
They're all related. Oh my God, they just had that one guy die. He was in an Adam Sandler movie. He played
The kid?
yeah, he played the kid in Grown Ups. Adam Sandler's kid in Grown Ups. He was
he was in the Disney one.
He was in the Disney show. Disney show Jesse, I think.
His name was
I don't remember his name. Full of freckles. Like, cute kid. Everyone said he was real
Joe
nice.
something, I think it was, huh?
Joseph, I think. But he apparently passed away due to an undisclosed medical problem he had. He had a seizure.
Only 20.
Yeah.
He was only 20 years
Had a
old.
seizure in his sleep.
In his sleep he did. Well, it could have been overdose.
Undisclosed medical issues.
Yeah. Yeah, but he died in his sleep.
Addiction, I guess.
You
I
know?
don't know.
Yeah.
I never know.
You never know, especially Holly Weird. You know what I mean?
That's the only thing I'm jealous. I don't think I'd want to be famous, except for the fact that you can get drugs via speed dial. I think that'd be nice. Because I was too preppy in high school. I don't know any kids that do drugs now.
When I was in San Diego.
Well, that's San Diego. I look for shrooms around here, and I either have to drive to the Bay Area or.
Well, they're making them legal though, so I mean.
I saw that.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So when they make them legal, you can just go to probably the pot shop, man,
Dude,
the club. You know?
The statistics were hilarious for that. I was reading the article, and they were saying that more people have died taking selfies in the past 10 years than all the psychedelics they're legalizing combined.
I believe it.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I believe
That's
it.
hilarious.
Because I mean, every time you turn around, someone's always taking a selfie while they're
You
driving,
see
while
get
they're
hit by
walking
trains or something,
Yeah.
or falling off
Yeah.
waterfalls.
Exactly.
Shoot, they just had a lady die in Yosemite. I think she was taking selfies
I
on,
think
on
so.
the
She
fall.
slipped or some shit, huh? Yeah.
We don't bounce. It's taken people a long time to learn that. We don't bounce.
She's all, okay, I'm just walk over into the edge a little bit here and take a selfie.
Oh,
You know.
dude. They're always dying in Yosemite.
Excuse me,
too.
ma'am. You can't walk that far behind the chain.
Wait, if you're walking and there's no more ground and you keep walking, that's on you.
Yeah.
That's on
Exactly.
Much.
you.
Yep.
Shit, dude. See these psychedelics though. People are waking up. They're starting to apply the scientific method to them. Because back in the '60s and '70s, during this, I don't know. You're pretty old. You might remember all that.
There you go.
But they were all reefer madness. They were freaked out. They said we don't know what it is, but get rid of it all. And now that all that's being repealed, they're finding out that psilocybin, which is the active ingredient in the mushrooms, is helping people with PTSD, and
All
they're
kinds of stuff.
doing
Yeah.
ketamine
Yeah.
drips for
They
depression.
just decriminalized it in Oakland. It's fully legal in Denver.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. And you know what? I think Denver's going to see some amazing results. Normally I don't like people using, how to phrase it. They came out when they were swinging with psilocybin. They were helping soldiers with PTSD.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like that's more of a hearts and mind campaign on their part. Like, if we're going to introduce this back into society, let's use something that everyone has to love, which is the American soldier. But honestly, I mean, if it's working, it's working. It's not like they're trying to sell
I
whatever
already bought
else.
all the stuff to grow them. I just don't have the spores yet. So.
I have a guy down in LA who's grown them himself and says once he gets his batch going here, he'll send some spores. But I don't know. I've paid
Oh yeah, that's cool.
upwards of $80 for an eighth, and they were garbage.
Yeah.
The best ones I've ever had was in Dolores Park, San Francisco. Beautiful sunny day. The park was packed, and this lady came up. She goes, "Hey, you guys want to buy some shrooms?" Sure. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, $20. $20. I definitely am too white to buy drugs by myself because I overpay every single time. I need to find a black friend. I don't have any. I need to find at least one just so I can take them with those kind of things. I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel like that just ups your level of
Those
cool a
kind
little
of
bit.
things.
People are like, oh, we'll give you the black friend discount. No worries, no worries.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Nah. The best shrooms I ever had was in Empire.
Really?
Yeah, there's a cow pasture out there, and we used to just go through them and just
Which
grab
one?
them.
What's the address?
The cow pasture? Oh yeah.
You used to pick them?
You know, I don't even know if it's there anymore, that cow pasture, because everything's changing anymore,
It's
you
probably
know?
housing now.
It is housing, yeah.
I picked up a book from Barnes & Noble's, probably about 4 inches thick, called Mushrooms of the Redwood Coast. And I mean, hundreds of thousands of different kinds of mushrooms. And I was trying to read about them, figuring them out so I can go pick them myself.
Yeah.
I go fishing and hunting up in some areas
Don't
near.
get no poison ones, man.
That's the part you're wondering, because
Yeah.
you'll read about it like this
Yeah.
mushroom is amazing, but it looks exactly like this mushroom that will kill you, which also
Yep.
looks like this mushroom that'll make you shit your brains
It's
out.
like,
And this one, it's
how do you fucking determine which one's which? You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
well,
They all
right.
look the same.
If it's growing out of cow or horse shit, it's
Typically.
good
Yeah,
Typically.
yeah, it's the good shit, yeah. Yep.
oh man.
Just don't go eating some wild ass mushroom growing. You know?
Well, then some of them you can even pick and like oh my god, the name escapes me right now. But I was big on foraging too, being able to go out in the woods and like, hey, you can eat that. Like, believe it or not, you can eat stingy nettle.
Yeah, you kind of look like that guy in that fucking movie. That one fucking movie is like
Can't
a
wait
far
to
away
see.
or something like that, where he goes and he travels and he's all by himself.
Far away. Is this the Chris McCandless story?
I don't know.
Like Into the Wild or something?
There you go. I
shit.
think, I think that was the fucking
A
movie.
little
He-
bit like Emil Hirsch here.
He marches
Like
out into
sleeping
a-
in the fucking
in the van.
Volkswagen van and shit,
Oh,
man.
yeah, no, the bus,
The
right?
bus, yeah.
that's Chris
Yeah.
McCandless. He was.
Yeah,
It was a guy.
he died.
True story.
He died. Yeah, it is true story.
Thank you.
You're right.
Yeah,
he
I
kind
did.
of looks like him.
Yeah, Emil Hirsch was the one who played
Yeah.
in the movie.
I plan on freezing
Yeah,
to death.
that was a
on the
good
bus.
fucking movie too.
Yeah, the
I
guy
like that movie.
was fed up with society. Said, you know what? Screw all you. He was like,
Pretty
what,
much, dude. Yeah.
a college graduate from a wealthy family. Said, I'm taking off. And
Yeah.
God, his story went all over the place. Yeah, I'm sure you know the
It
movie.
did,
I don't know
yeah.
I'm recapping it, but all the way from the sands of the Mojave up to Alaska, where he ended up, freezing to death.
Well, after the movie, that's when I found out that it was a real good guy. You know?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, whoa, what the fuck? No
You
shit.
know what?
I've seen a documentary on it and
Yeah.
the movie, so.
I've looked into doing stuff like that. Not so much freezing to death, but there are more structured programs.
I just want to try it once or twice.
Once or twice. More structured programs.
It's
like,
on the old bucket list.
like when I was straight out of high school, I did this program called WOOFing, Worldwide Organization of Organic Farming. I have to count it every time. And it's like a work trade. So there's these farms across
Those
the world.
acronyms then, huh?
Yeah, across the world that you can go live on for free, and you just work for them a couple hours a day.
Right, right.
So straight out of high school, I shipped over to a coffee farm in Hawaii. I was only there for 3 days because that's a whole other story. But
I hear you.
we're looking at traveling the U.S. doing those kind of things.
Cool.
Because you can just show up and stay there,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they'll feed you.
Yeah.
Some of them will even pay you to do extra
I've
work.
heard people doing that. When I was a kid and like towards high school was ending, you know, a couple friends of mine, they want to do that. They want to go to like Germany and shit like that
Absolutely.
and get paid doing
I
that.
almost went to New
Just
Zealand.
working on the land, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
Or the company, whatever.
So you were a Mormon? What
Fuck no. And you know what's funny is I'm an Eagle Scout too, believe it or not, which is why I don't know anyone that sells drugs. And every time I mention that, I always get the question, "Oh, you're Mormon? Fuck no. I'm just
Yeah.
as wrong as everybody else, but at least I don't subscribe to a group."
Right.
Oh, fuck.
I'm non-religious myself, man. I'm just a free spirit.
Oh, dude, I am definitely
Denomination?
a non-denominational.
Yeah.
Or like, do you believe in a higher power, like more of an agnostic type thing?
There's
Or-
something,
That's kind
there's
of what I
definitely
say.
something.
There's something, but
you know.
when you kind of look at it objectively, you start to realize that nobody knows for sure.
Right.
Technically, we're all just guessing. Yeah, there's a couple old books, but once you start breaking down scientific facts about it
Over
all,
the years,
it starts.
over the years it could change.
The
Yeah.
information gets a little shaky.
It does.
And
Yeah.
I don't know. What I started to realize is you believe in something because you've been told to from the point where you
It's
can
like
learn how to talk.
brainwashing, man. Yeah.
Indoctrination,
Yeah,
and that's what I didn't
Yeah.
care for. Once I took a step
Exactly.
back and saw that, and I said, do I believe because I believe, or do I believe because my mom tells me if I don't, I'm going to hell, and
Right.
that's scary.
Right.
And I was like, oh no,
Right.
I don't,
They
I
paint
got a lot
the
of
picture
thinking to
already
do.
for you when you're a kid.
exactly, and
you
they
know,
give.
so you're already freaked
Oh,
out.
man.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name names, but I've got some closer friends whose families are like that. Like their mothers told them, well, you can't shave your legs until you're 25.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary.
What guy?
This is whatever. This is a
What guy?
cousin of my girlfriend. These are they're females. They're their daughters, and they were told like you're not allowed to shave your legs till you're 25. That's
The
not
girls?
Yeah,
Holy
like that
shit.
kind of religious and
Someone's
like
goddamn fucking
won't use tampons because that's
Harry and the
your
Henderson,
virginity.
you know what I mean? That's brutal.
And I see what it does to people and the way it makes people think. And I'm all for the idea of religion. It promotes a get along, we're all here together, we need to love each other kind of mindset. Well, at least most of them. I'm not educated, so I try not to talk about it too much.
They're outrageous though anymore. They're extreme.
But what a lot of it does is puts people into boxes.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
it
right,
does. It does.
and everyone else is wrong, and
Right.
it's my job to convince everyone
Right.
else why they're wrong.
Right.
And I don't necessarily support that.
Yeah.
Because again, no one's really sure.
There's a lot of good stuff about it that
Yes.
creates a sense of
Yes.
community, and most religions,
Absolutely.
such as Christianity, they mean well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I was raised as Baptist.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah.
Like hardcore Baptist?
No.
Okay.
No. I went
Like
to
smacking your
church.
testicles with a ruler or something?
No, only on.
Bitch slapping your ass in the tub on. Like you see on
Easter
fucking social
holiday.
media.
Gotcha, I got you.
Yeah.
But yeah, where was I? I'm not good at being interrupted.
No, I'm sorry. It's just smacked me on the hand. I don't mean to do it.
It's
but I
about the
do-
Baptist. You
I
were at
do
the
talk-
Yeah,
Baptist.
so I was raised Baptist, and then I became agnostic later on in life, and then I became atheist/Buddhist. So.
Mm.
There you
Oh
go.
wow. That's
I think-
interesting, man. How do you go from atheist to Buddhist?
Buddhist is, if you actually do a little research on it, it's not a religion. It's
Right.
just a belief
It's like a
system.
spiritual type
Yeah.
thing.
Way
Yeah,
of being.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But still,
do
it's
that.
kind of whole different from atheist, though, huh?
Yeah, not really, because if you, it's just you're taking kind of all the good stuff from
Uh-huh.
the other religions
Right.
without the dogma and stuff that goes along with it.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotcha. And see, that's I believe religion was kind of. If man never had religion, I think we'd still be beating each other with clubs for me, kind of idea. I think it really made us kind of all get together and realize that we need to civilize to some point, But I believe within the next 100 or so years, we're going to reach a point where religion's going to start to phase out. We're going to
Well,
start to accept the more broad terms of
They'll be the minority rather than the majority.
right,
Sure.
right. When people really start to wake up, but that's what scares me is because it's these families that are super religious that are starting. You know, they tell their kids from the ground up. So that person really, it removes choice, and I'm a firm believer of individual choice. People should have the right to choose how their mind
So
works.
you're pro-abortion?
Yeah, well, yeah, of course they should.
Not my body, dude. I'm never gonna have to give birth, so I don't need to worry about it. That does not concern me. But when you teach someone from 0 to however old that about to fear this religion or God or whatever, it
Right.
removes choice
Right, it does.
because it makes their
It does.
mind work different, and I
And
see that
they,
as wrong.
they shun you out too.
That too. Oh, I've heard
Totally.
horror stories.
That's crazy.
Like I've heard people when they got old enough like me and decided that religion wasn't for them, their families straight up just we don't
Yeah,
we
just
don't love you
abandon
anymore.
them.
You're
Just
gone.
push them to the side.
Mormons,
Yeah.
Scientologists.
Uh-huh.
Super hypocritical, and that's what I
It
don't
is
like.
hypocritical. You're right, man. Yeah.
And that's when you start to pick it apart and says, well, what do they call it? The Sunday Christian. They're only religious when they're at church.
Right.
Every day of the week they're just
Right.
like the
Or a
rest of
weekend
us.
warrior.
Putting a fucking sticker on your car doesn't
Yeah.
make a goddamn
Yeah.
bit of difference.
I know
Yeah.
of a few of those people.
Oh yeah.
But
oh, yeah.
you know what, man?
Majorly.
I do also believe that everyone else is just trying to do the best they can with the information that they have. I'm aware that different people think different, and the experiences that they have had lead to the person they are now, and thus the choices they make. And I do believe that everyone thinks they're doing the right thing. And who am I to say what is and what isn't?
Right. Yeah, you're right.
I just try to
You're
find
right.
the way that's the best way for David Beale to be David Beale, and
There you go.
fortunately,
Johnny Cage wouldn't want no other way, huh?
exactly. And fortunately, that promotes a mindset of community and get-togetherness
Yeah.
and open-mindedness, and
Yeah.
we'll see where that takes me. So far, I'm still broke and confused, but people tell me at least
You
I've
ain't the
got a
only
good,
one, bro.
good head on my
You
shoulders.
ain't the only one. This
Oh,
whole
man.
fucking state
Not broke,
is
just
full of it. You know what I mean? They're all full of broke, man. This whole state's full of broke people. It's crazy.
Dude.
It's so crazy right now. But no, I believe with the with the religion and things,
Mhm.
is I believe people got it totally ass backwards. You know what I mean? It's
Okay.
like they're big time critics, like you were saying, man. They're big time fucking critics.
Mhm.
It's like it's either they sin, they'll do anything with sinning, whatever your sins are, they'll do it constantly, and then go and talk about religion or talk about God and all this great shit.
Mhm.
But yet they're gonna keep on sinning. You know what I mean? I believe like once you stop sinning, then that's when you're pure again, and then you're gonna be a religion.
How the hell did you do that though? There's
I
there's
think
no.
we solved it.
You have to,
Dude,
bro.
you got it, but
Fucking A!
not to plug a different
What do you guys
podcast.
think about Louis C.K.?
We already got a million views, million viewers right here, right?
You know what though? Life is just a constant pattern of fucking up and continuing on. We're never not gonna not fuck up. We're always gonna. If you learn lesson A, you're gonna fuck up on B. But once you got B, you're gonna fuck up on C. There's no perfect path of righteousness. There's no such
No,
thing
there isn't.
as a perfect man
No.
or woman.
Not at all.
That is unattainable, and that's one of the reasons I don't like the idea of the perfect Jesus Christ, is because that's unobtainable. It's like it's the same argument showing women the Barbie doll. Like this is what you should be, but you're never gonna be that, and it's impossible.
Yeah.
It's an impossible task to strive to that, and it
Some
makes
of
people kill
the
themselves
stories
on
are
the
great.
inside.
They sound good. You know what I mean? And
They're lessons.
but it's
though.
just like you're like,
Yeah.
how the hell could that really happen? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been on this earth for 37 years, man. I ain't never
Dude.
disappeared.
What gets
You know
me?
what I mean? Walked on water, nothing like that. But I ain't Jesus.
There's
So-
not any seas or
Yeah.
building big
Nothing.
boats and put a bunch of animals on.
Well, what I love, and Noah's Ark specifically.
I have seen that. I've been seeing a lot of that lately on social media. They've been doing that.
I'm glad.
Now
you
why?
brought it up.
I got no idea.
They're looking back now with the new science, the new digs they're doing and whatnot. They're finding evidence that around like the same time the dinosaurs might have passed away due to a cataclysmic space thing.
Right.
That sea
Right.
levels rose exponentially, and there's
Yeah.
records all over the place of a giant flood. But I mean,
Dinosaurs are
to
cool, though.
me, what that says, it's not saying that God's real. It's saying people are writing stories down in a book, and they're getting stories from real life. If these events really happen, if 2,000 years ago all of a sudden everything floods,
Right.
and you're still in the age where people are praying to the sun to make the corn grow,
Yeah.
what are they supposed to think?
Exactly.
What are they supposed to
You
think?
I
know?
mean, what if we had a big flood and everyone died except for one little island, and the only book on it was Hansel and Gretel? Would they call that the Bible? I mean, how does that
That's
work?
very true.
Very
That's
true.
absolutely
Yeah.
true.
Or
It
all
could.
those Brothers Grimm stories, you know what I mean?
But people like to think that what they think is the right thing. They like to put that mindset into a box and say, this is what's correct.
Well,
and everything that challenges this
And that's
is
when the
threat.
brainwashing comes through.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's either my way or the highway. You don't like it, you know,
Mhm.
the one who's in power is going to have all these soldiers behind him, and, you know, you got no choice.
Well, see, that's
Look
what I
how
see.
fucking, the North Korean dude is doing, Kung Jun or whatever.
Korean dude.
Kim Jun.
Kim Jong Jun.
There you go.
Trump
And
just met with him, I
look
think.
how he's, yeah, I know. Why didn't he
Crazy.
assassinate
That's
his
crazy.
ass? I don't get it.
The Seth,
You know what I'm
the
saying?
Seth Rogen Ryson handshake.
Yeah, he walked across
Oh
the
my
fucking
God.
state.
That'd be great. Just put him in a headlock,
Let's
walk
see,
him
but
back over.
they-
You have been very naughty.
Something? You know what I mean? They're walking together and
You're
shit.
Fired!
And you're fucked.
Yeah. If you really want to
Get
do
him
that,
a noogie.
all you had to do is right there. You know what I'm saying?
What hair gel do you use? This thing's rock solid. But what I look at
I'll
when I
get
see the older
I'll get it.
generation is that a lot of it was very black and white. They were told
Almost
what is and what isn't.
Yeah, vanilla and chocolate.
So they've
Yeah.
established these
Yeah.
very firm mindsets about many things:
Right.
drugs,
Right.
religion, their view on sex,
Yeah.
and what is
Yeah.
and is not appropriate for society.
Yeah.
And as those people, I'm sorry to put it so
Did you
bluntly,
just watch Pleasantville?
no.
Okay.
But all those people are starting to die. All those people are getting old. They're phasing out.
Well, of
People, I don't want to say my age, but people with different mindsets
The
are
younger
starting to make
generation.
decisions,
Yeah.
and it's causing
It's
a
true.
lot of
Look, your
weird
doctors.
division.
Your doctors are a lot of doctors are young these days.
Which, I mean, that's good too. If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have things like the ketamine treatment or the psilocybin treatment.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay.
But-
you don't have a young doctor,
That's
but I'd
true.
rather prefer, I think, a more veteran of a surgeon.
Well, at least in their 30s.
Yeah, something like that would be.
A veteran surgeon's fine. As someone who's practiced their craft for years is okay, but what I'm referencing more is the mind frame of
I mean,
change.
don't get me wrong. You don't want no fucking Mr. Miyagi doing work on you. You know, he's shaking hands and
As
shit.
you're falling asleep, this is my first day.
You know, nurse, wax on, wax off with the blades and shit.
Oh my
You
god.
want that, you know, but
But
you want someone that's
as
gonna do a
that
good job.
older generation is, still partially in power and phasing out, and the younger generation is coming up, it's causing that weird division.
Yeah.
That's why you're getting people protesting, because you're having opposing mindsets that do not understand each other go into war. Because no one sits down and talks. And when they talk, they go through this whole bureaucratic system that gets nobody anywhere.
Right.
So what good's talking gonna do? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? We got to go out there. We got to break windows. We got to protest.
I'm
we have to be
telling you.
seen. We have to
Then
be
why
heard.
did Trump just
But
end it all
that's
right
what-
there?
That's not what I'm promoting. I'm saying that's what's
I
happening.
agree
is
with it though.
People are getting angry.
I want yeah.
How balls would that have been though if you just came
Right.
up, bam,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you are fired.
Right.
Just
Nobody fucking
Gandhi style over his
Yeah, exactly. All the fucking people that hate Trump, which I don't blame them,
Mm-hmm.
but all the people that fucking hate Trump, they fucking be, yeah,
Dude.
you know what I mean?
I don't.
America! You know,
I don't know if it's
all
a-
the fucking rednecks be all happy again.
I don't know if it's a good
Crazy,
thing or a bad
man.
thing. I am so politically ignorant. I don't follow
Well,
any of
I
it.
understand
I
it.
don't know what's going
Yeah,
on. But
yeah.
all I see when I think of politics is just people getting angry and yelling. So like, why would I want to be involved with that? All it seems to do is
that's
freak
a
people
big
out.
fucking thing,
So I'm
man.
stepping away from it.
They're not supposed to talk about in polite company politics.
That's
or
what I'm saying, yeah.
Religion.
Yeah, yeah, I know. That's all out the table
The two
now.
things never
Shit,
supposed
we
to
just
talk
already
about are the first
pulled the
things we talk
carpet out
about.
on that one.
But I don't
First
involve myself.
conversation, politics, and religion.
I don't involve myself
Fuck
with it. Doesn't that tell you that's what's on everybody's mind?
Right,
That's
right.
the biggest thing
Yeah.
going on right now.
Yeah.
It always is. And
Yeah.
the idea of hush, we can't talk about it.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Because then nothing gets solved.
I'm not, I'm like
It
you,
just
man.
can't
I'm
be
not.
divisive. That's why.
That's
they say
true,
that.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to approach
But-
it with a bit more of an open mind.
But see, like guys like you and me, we can talk about it because we're seeing it from the sidelines.
That's true. I have no
You guys are
opinions.
also in the same box as far as religion. From what I'm seeing.
From
here,
what we're agreeing on, huh? Yeah, yeah.
Well, what else do you think, Doctor? Christ.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
man.
no, you're right, man. Yeah, politics is and religion is. Ooh, that's
No one
a big
wants to hear
no-no.
about that shit.
Yeah.
They hear about it all
Yeah.
fucking day long. So we shouldn't be talking about that.
They
God
love
damn it.
that
Do you
shit,
have a
though.
favorite comedian?
Like what type comedian? Like stand-up comedian or?
Well, if you had to, if I put a gun to your head, and say search a comedian. Well, who are you gonna type in?
I'd probably go like Eddie Murphy,
There you go. Something
Richard
solid.
Pryor.
Old stuff.
Yeah.
My dad likes that guy.
This age, I'd say I would. Man, it's hard to find a good comedian these days.
Good comedian. Well,
I mean,
guess
the
everyone's
reason
got
why
their own
though
sense of
is
humor.
because they're just like they're so extra. You know what I mean? They want to throw extra shit into it. You know what I mean? Like
What do you
Kevin
mean?
Hart. I'm not a huge fan of Kevin Hart.
What do you mean by extra
Nobody
shit?
is.
Yeah, Kevin Hart throws it extra all the time. He's always yelling and shit, thinking he's hella funny, and most of the shit he does ain't funny. Now he is a funny guy,
Massively successful
but
for
Cat
a reason.
Williams is off the hook funny. Now that guy is fucking funny.
Nigga. I can't say. Can you say it like he does?
Yeah.
I can't do it. It's got the way he says it.
Is it still racist if you say Nia?
I don't know. I don't even know what that is.
I guess this is just a way to say it now, huh?
Yeah, say it real fast. No one
West
can hear
Side
it.
Connection, Dub C.
Oh yeah.
That's the new age mumble rap doing it to you. Before too long, you won't even be able to tell what racism they're saying. It'll be so
Right.
so fast. You just,
Oh, it's just fucking.
Did he just
it's,
say what I
it's
think
all
he
crazy
said?
anymore. Yeah, everything's all just thrown together.
you mentioned Louis C.K. about 5 minutes ago, and he is honestly.
He was one of my favorites. He hasn't put anything out in a while.
Well, that's
obviously.
because of the Me Too thing that got to him, but he was
but-
smart about it.
Bill Burr is that's my number one, I guess.
Ranter and the Raver. Oh my
I
god.
like Rodney Dangerfield.
Ah.
He's old school, you know. George Carlin, he's old school, really old school. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? But those old school ones are great, man.
Yeah.
They're the ones that started the shit. You know what I mean?
Tennyson.
They built.
Oh my god.
Anyone
beautiful.
that's like new age or trying to come up to be a comedian these days wouldn't have shit if it wasn't for them.
Mhm. And then listening to like the podcast, I'm sure you listen to all the comedians that are in the now are constantly talking about the comedians that were then.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that's what they built. That's the people
Yeah,
they watched.
yeah.
Like I remember listening to Joe Rogan saying when he was driving a car, put in a Cat Williams cassette tape in his car and was laughing his ass off. I'm like, man, and that's just it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy to hear the people that inspire you, what inspires them, and then it helps you reach deeper depths, I guess, because then you reach out to that. And,
You can study it.
I mean, I'd never heard of Cat Williams. I
You
put him
know,
on my
if you need
Spotify,
to.
and then I'm rolling around downtown laughing my ass off.
Oh hell yeah.
Freaking hilarious.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh man,
Most
I
definitely.
Carlin was a genius. You ever listen to Carlin?
Dan Carlin.
Or George Carlin?
George Carlin.
George
Oh
Carlin,
my
yeah.
God, I said Dan
Yeah, he's
Carlin.
funnier than
He's
shit.
good too.
Yeah.
He's the one. He would have those long monologues, though, right? But they were all
You're right.
so
Hell
perfectly
long.
rehearsed and
Hell long,
they
man.
went. Oh my god! You listen to I can't say how many times I've had to stop what I'm doing. I'll be working with headphones and have to stop what I'm doing to rewind and listen to really take it all in. Some of the stuff
Yeah.
the older guys are saying, the issues they were putting forth, but back then they almost had the edge on us because being edgy was new. Talking about the
Right.
things no one talked about was new.
It's shock.
People would go,
Shock
God,
value.
what is he talking
Yeah.
about? He's saying that, or bringing to light things that were really hush hush back
Yeah.
then, which are just normal nowadays. Which is why I feel like a lot of the people, like you said, you don't like because they go for the shock value almost. Well, fuck, if you want people's attention nowadays, like those new
Well,
rappers,
yeah,
you gotta
that's
dye your hair rainbow and get all metal teeth
Right.
and get
And-
tattoos
and
all over your
that's
face.
the thing, man. That's the thing, man. Is that fucking
What's next?
shock value these days is done. It's just done. It's dead. You can't fucking bring back something that it's gone because we're just so used to it. It's everyday fucking activity now. You want shock value? Go in front of your fucking liquor store.
Oh god, you used to be able to say
You know what I'm saying?
you used to be able to say the word cunt and get now people just think you're like British or
Every day.
Australian or something.
Yeah,
It's not.
yeah.
It's not. Oh my god, are you foreign?
Yeah.
Fuck, no, I'm insulting you. Come on.
I'm so dude. Well, thank you for a compliment.
Called you and your friends ugly.
I did buy me a red shirt today.
Jesus Christ.
You look like a bloody cunt. Thank you.
Oh, Jesus. But see, that's Louis C.K. I heard that he did try to make an appearance at a club, and it was like a drop-in appearance, and people booed him off.
Robert Williams.
They weren't. Some people were
Great.
saying, "I wasn't here to see him. I didn't come here to see him."
Here's what actually happened that I'm aware of is he went and he did some kind of joke. He was still working it out, and it was about one of the shootings, and so he's talking about the kids and like, why are you telling me this and why are you in a suit and all this, and he was still working it out, but someone filmed it, and then Judd Apatow came across it and like said some shit against it, and now a lot of people are going against Judd Apatow in the comedy community for doing that. Someone shouldn't have been filming something he was working out in the first place. So it's
So basically, they're making him look like the fucking bad guy.
Looking like an idiot.
Yeah.
Well, dude.
Yeah, he thinks something's funny that shouldn't be funny. That's basically what it
Well,
is.
As an open micer, there's nothing more embarrassing than a bit that you're not comfortable with. Because that's they'll talk about it a lot. You'll hear that it's the anvil. You know, you're the open mics, and you're not performing. If you're practicing. That's
Right,
the dojo.
right.
So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have this
exactly,
idea
exactly.
you might think is funny,
Yeah.
and it's probably not that
And
funny.
you might
at
just
first.
scratch it out.
The wording
Yeah.
is not so much scratched out, but
Okay.
the wording is wrong, or it's just you might want to rearrange things.
You have
But
to figure
Right,
out
right,
how
right.
to get to
Where
it.
the jokes,
like
the
there's
punchlines.
something here
Yeah.
I just haven't figured out how
Yeah.
to get it across yet. So what Lewis was probably doing was just that, something
Yeah,
that he
probably
thought was
so.
funny, and it just wasn't ready yet. And some of that shit can just on. You'll
Just
have people tell
backfire.
you, like, I don't know, black jokes aren't funny. You can have a funny black joke, but if you say it the wrong way, it might just come across as you're a fucking racist asshole.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it depends who you are, I guess. You know what I mean? Like fucking all the comedians, all the great comedians that are black, of course they have black jokes, right? I mean, they got plenty of white jokes too, but I mean, they have black jokes.
Race was just an
Now,
example. Like
as a fucking white guy, you don't want to fucking sit
What?
there and say, and say
Oh my
fucking,
God.
yeah, and say
Tell me
black
you're
fucking
white.
jokes.
I
you know
saw
what
that
I
the
mean,
moment you were wearing
towards people.
flip flops and socks. I
You
was
know
like,
what I'm
oh, here we go. We're among friends. See, I had a stupid one-liner I've been doing. It was like, it's never okay to hit a woman unless she's wearing a gi. Then it's points for contact.
Karate.
But if you flip it around the other way, it says unless she's wearing a gi, it's never okay to hit a woman. I mean, it's not funny. It just sounds like he's talking about that's you know
Right.
it's weird.
Right,
The way
yeah.
that, I don't claim to
And a
understand.
lot of people don't understand what a fucking gi is.
What see that's
You know,
I learned that
I keep
too.
it one
I know what it
in my
is.
closet at all
I
times.
learned that
I know
too.
what a G-string is.
That's why I had to
You
start
know?
saying unless she's wearing a karate gi or whatever.
Yeah, right. There
It's
you
all
go.
in the wording.
Yeah, in the wording.
But
You're
to
right.
clarify, by no
Yeah.
means do I call myself a comedian. I have a hard
Like
time
a
even
fucking
saying
gi?
open
What the
micer.
fuck's a gi? They're all Googling it and shit. You know what I mean?
How many
Yeah.
E's? 2 or 3?
I'll play enough
Yeah.
Street Fighter now.
Did they fly over the house? No, man, I didn't say geese. I said gi. You know,
God.
never know though. But
Louis C.K. But I feel like, when that all happened to him, because he was, I mean, we've all got our thing, right? Like, he was asking people if he could jerk off in front of them. That's,
Yeah,
I mean,
Just
whatever.
wait for the answer, dude.
yeah.
That's like getting his pants half off, like, oh, do you mind? Whatever. But he did apologize.
He is also one of my favorites. In top 5 easily.
Easily, yeah. He apologized. He's giving it time, which is important. He's not giving up, which I think is a crucial part of it. In my mind, if he had just said, you know what, you're right, goodbye, that would have been like admitting a terrible guilt or fault. I'm not saying what he did was okay, but like we were talking about earlier, people fuck up. You just
Yeah.
learn from it and move
Yeah.
on. Unfortunately, in today's climate, those type of mistakes, I mean, there's some things that are just looked upon different than other things.
Right.
Understandably so. There's a difference between armed
Nitpick,
robbery and rape. You know what I mean?
Nitpick real quick. You know what I mean? Anything that
Yeah.
fucking
But
gets
it's
them in
also
trouble or hot water, gets them some heat, then
It's-
they're like, okay, well, he said this and that.
Mhm.
All right, he shouldn't have said that. Then boom, blow up on the fucking social media.
What I think people need to stop doing is bowing down to the Twitterverse and that type of shit. It's just
I've never had a
fucking
Twitter.
bullshit. No,
Yeah, me
I've
either.
never had one either.
I don't
Yeah.
understand it.
Fucking-
I even got rid of Facebook. I just have an Instagram.
It's just like, I don't know, man, just like just little words here and there. You know what I mean? You put
trigger words, and that's
yeah,
what's see because shock value doesn't work anymore. The most
Right.
difficult thing about today's
doesn't.
day and age, trying to be funny, is that you can for the stupidest things, you can get the most major backlash. For saying the wrong thing to the wrong person at the wrong time, it
Right.
can be overnight 2 million views. Everyone sees it now, and your career is over.
mm-hmm.
For stupid shit like the Roseanne Barr, where she might have had a couple too many pills or whatever, made a monkey reference about a black dude, and then she wakes up the next morning and she no longer has a TV show. Am I saying she's not guilty? We make mistakes and we learn. But in today's climate, some type of mistakes are
Personally, I don't give a fuck what she did. You know what I mean? It doesn't
blown
bother
out of
me
proportion, 'cause
no
people-
more, you know.
people for whatever reason, like today, they like to go, "Oh my God, that is so terrible! This is the worst thing I've ever seen." They just, it's
Yeah.
a bomb going off.
But it's
So-
kinda hard to say that.
Signaling or something like that.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Victim signaling or something.
Yeah, but that's because a lot of people. See, here I'm stepping out of my boundaries. I'm very uneducated about these kind of things, but people like to stand up on boxes and shout. People like to get up like, "This is happening. This is what's going on. This is what happened to me. Everyone, pay attention.
Yeah.
This is what I have to say,
Yeah.
and
They
then
like to stand
this is
out
my
and-
opinion, and this
and
is
try to
why it's
be
more
fucking-
valid." Than,
Yeah.
and it gets
The loudest
annoying.
motherfucker in the room, or fucking the flyest, or the brightest, something. You know
So
what I
when
mean?
people get
Yeah, I
the
understand.
tiniest inkling
true.
of a reason to stand up and shout like that, like Louis C.K., the famous comedian, showed me his penis 20 years ago. Honestly, who cares? But today it's a big deal.
Only showed it to me 7 years ago.
Oh, was it 7? I don't fucking know. Like I said, I don't fucking know.
And see, your modern day people these days. I mean, I'm surprised you know who that guy is. Shit, man.
Louis C.K.?
Yeah. A lot of people wouldn't,
People.
unless they followed him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's easily one of the top 10.
Yeah, he's a very prominent comedian in the style of comedy I like.
Uh-huh.
One of the only white guys I've ever seen be able to say the N-word and walk away with laughs. That's very hard to do.
Well, of course, yeah, of course.
And that's not the reason I love him, but goddamn, he's just, I don't know. There's just some things when you watch something that we each have our own passion, right? We have what
Right.
gets us excited and what
Yeah.
makes us happy.
Yeah.
And when you click with something, you're like, that's one of my favorite things. You identify
Right.
with it, you want to be more like it. Not that Louis C.K. is the epitome of what I want to be, but we all have something we look up to, something we admire, and just his style, the way he puts himself out there, the way he just conducts himself, and how he is as a funny man, I find to be totally beautiful.
Yeah.
And there's just something about watching. It doesn't even have to be comedy. Anyone that is good and passionate about what they do, there's a kind of magic to watching it. Like you work here, right? You own this place, obviously. Watching a talented musician just get down, do his thing, it's like mesmerizing because you're watching someone do what they're meant to do.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a certain type of beauty I feel that
So
there
you like
is.
the king cobra in the basket, huh? With the flute and shit, the guy with the flute cobra.
I don't know. I just like I
Hey,
said,
that's talent.
watching people do what they're good at and do it with pride, with love, and with commitment and passion. I don't want to get too hippie with it.
Yeah.
You kind of you lock in with the energy.
Peace,
You
love,
look at
rock
that
and roll,
person,
man.
you're like, man, I get what you're doing. I see you,
Yeah.
and I acknowledge it, and I respect and love it.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like I pick up on that. I could watch someone lay a brick all day long if they were doing it with passion and beauty.
Okay, so you haven't told us your number one yet.
Say it again.
You haven't told us your number one yet.
Number one comedian.
Fuck.
Oh man, it bounces. I would have to say.
Grind's fun.
Right now.
I would have to say I have a favorite bit. A favorite bit by Chris Rock. It's the
Oh yeah, Chris Rock's
Yeah.
funnier than shit, man.
yeah. It's like a 14-minute bit. I don't know. I keep saying the N-word, but where he compares niggas and black people. Like a black man hates a nigga.
I have this.
Or-
This is old, yeah.
It's an older bit.
He's older, yeah.
But for the today, just the laughs on that track. But in that day and age, like the contrast he was
Oh,
pointing
he
out.
looks too in his face.
Oh yeah, and the energy,
Yeah.
it was such a prominent thing back then too. But the
Yeah.
way it hits, the reaction it gets, the way it's delivered, because it's coming from an experience to him. You
See,
know what I
I'd
mean?
rather have Chris Rock than fucking Kevin Hart.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what?
Kevin Hart is an amazing businessman. He's an amazing actor. He's a talented actor. He's a funny actor.
He is funny.
His
I'm
last
not
stand
gonna say he's
special,
not.
I thought was crap.
I haven't
Me
seen
too.
it,
Me
but
too.
you know what though?
Yeah.
Joe Rogan talks about a lot about it too. I'm a bigger fan of the intimate kind of the comedy performance, like a 40-person room or something where you're the laughs are echoing off the walls. You're there with shoulder to shoulder to people, and the guy is right there. I mean, Kevin Hart, like all respect to the guy. I think some of his stuff's very funny. Selling out stadiums.
Yeah, of course.
There's 70,000 people there to see
Yeah.
him. But I feel like
That's
that takes
because
a.
he's doing movies with The Rock.
Yeah,
That's true. That's
Right,
true. But
right.
you know what?
Because in the early 90s, like probably like 96-ish, he started making movies.
Mhm.
He was in a lot of movies and shit that you wouldn't even know.
Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's in all kinds of movies.
96?
Yeah, about
I
that,
don't know about
mid-90s,
96.
late 90s maybe.
Wow.
He's been around for a while.
Yeah, he's been around for a long
I was
time.
born in 96.
Yeah.
So put that into perspective.
Yeah.
But
No, but he was making movies though, and he wasn't the main actor or nothing like that. He was just little cameos and shit like that.
There's
And
there's
then
something funny
he
about midget
evolved
black man.
into
to
him.
be
You know what I
honest
mean? Involved into
here.
being the actor.
I think comedy
I
for
think
me,
Soul Plane blew him up.
comedy for
I
me
think so.
is it's an intimate experience, I think. And when you're getting, like I said, 50, 70,000 people in an arena and you're on a loudspeaker, to me it's a little disengaging. Because now it takes away from the experience that I'm looking for when I look for comedy. Not to say, not to say he's not funny or that other people don't find him funny.
Right.
But that's just not
another
what
thing,
I'm
too.
looking
That's
for.
another thing also.
Yeah.
Other people
Yeah,
will
that's
find
fine.
something else funny that
That's
you don't
fine.
find.
And
it
of
happens.
course he's got his bits. I don't like I said, there's so many
Actually,
people.
so Kevin Hart. So most comedians like Joe Rogan.
It's a fucking pick on Kevin Hart day.
like Joe
Poor guy,
His
sorry.
first two specials I didn't like.
Mhm.
And then I was not going to watch the third one, and my brother watched it and said, oh no, it's actually way better than the other ones. I was like, I don't like him. His specials, dude, they're not that funny.
Joe Rogan's not one of my favorite
Yeah,
comedians.
he's not. He's not the best by far comedian.
I mean, he's
So-
funny. He's got some bits.
Yeah.
His Kardashian bit, that one, that's freaking hilarious. But I like his mindset, and that's what it's intrigued me about him and why I follow him so much. But I listened to his podcast way before his stand-up. It's funny. I had a girl over.
I was listening to him before he had a podcast. So,
Really?
Yeah.
I see. Oh goodness, I don't think I've been alive that long. I don't know.
See, and before he even had, I didn't know he had a podcast till just recently, right?
That's what he's probably most famous
And
for.
I'm like, what the hell, a podcast? I'm like, this the same Joe Rogan as the comedian. You know what I mean?
Well, some
and
people know him
I
as the
knew
Fear
him as a
Factor
stand-up-
guy or
yeah,
UFC
exactly.
host. He
Yeah.
does comedy?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, see, that's I didn't know he did
News
comedy
radio?
too. Yeah,
I
till
mean-
like a couple years ago, because you're right, man. Fear Factor and UFC, and I'm like, wait.
And then you go back and
You just hear that voice. I'm Joe Rogan. You know what I mean? You just hear that voice.
I know him
every
as
time you hear
the
about.
jacked bald dude, and you go watch, you
Yeah.
go back and watch like Fear Factor and see him with that head of hair. You're like, who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah,
I don't know who
that
that
guy
guy
always
is.
hanging with fucking Dana White.
That's not my Joe Rogan.
So what my point
Yeah.
was is that Joe Rogan goes, each special is progressively better.
Mhm.
I've seen the opposite with Kevin Hart. The more famous he's gotten, each special
Well-
has been progressively worse.
See, here's the thing:
I
is
think so.
when you're talking
I
about
think
these
you're
famous
right.
comedians,
Uh-huh.
when you're
I
they're
think
talking
you're right.
about honing your craft. These people, they're hitting mics almost every night. They're working on it every day. It's all they think, live, and breathe about. They're trying to put a special out a year. You've got your Burt Kreischers. Did you see Secret Time? I watched that thing.
Yeah,
3
I've
times
seen
over.
He's had 2 specials.
Yeah,
I've seen.
freaking hilarious. But it's what they do. Kevin Hart's getting to the point of fame where, like, doing movies with The Rock, he's not doing comedy every day. He might
No,
be. I don't know what
no.
the guy's doing.
Yeah,
But he's
Yeah.
probably not putting in as much time as
he's not doing 100.
Burt Kreischer or
Yeah,
whoever else.
yeah.
He's not.
Yeah.
He's not able to give it 100%. But you know what? He's at a point where he's probably doing whatever. He's got fuck you money.
And
He can do whatever he
does
wants.
he got writers?
I don't know.
This day and age,
Yeah,
he's so
who
fucking
knows?
big. You know what I mean?
Who
And that
knows?
might be why his comedy's kind of.
But if you
Going
have
really
one day,
down,
if
you
you
know
have
what I mean?
one day a week to work on stand
If
up,
he's got writers, he needs to fire him.
Yeah.
Fucking
That's
hey,
fucked up.
yeah, yeah.
but if he's
exactly.
got one day a week to work on stand up and he's been filming
Right.
for 16 hours every
Right.
day, other than
Right.
that day, I wouldn't expect him to
Then
be
he
the
shouldn't
funniest
be
he could
selling
be.
out arenas.
Yeah.
But people will pay to go. He's a name now.
Yeah.
Well, we went and saw
Mhm.
Kevin Hart. That's like saying you went and saw Gabriel Iglesias. But that guy's fucking. I mean, he's funny, but you really don't see him in movies. That's what he does is comedy.
Yeah, comedy.
So
Yeah.
Kevin Hart's
Yeah.
got so much other shit going on now. You can't expect him to give comedy 100%. I'm sure he's doing his best and he's doing what he thinks is what he's capable of, and I'm sure he's striving towards more, like people with that kind of mindset are and constantly do. But he's a movie star now too.
Yeah.
And you can't really balance it all. You can't just be
And so
100%.
You can't expect the average person like me to expect that that's funny if you're not putting in the same work that the other comics are putting in. So.
And you know, it's a difference between your stand-up comedian and your movie
A comedic
comedian.
actor.
Yeah, comedian actor. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, big time difference. You
That's
know, and some can't transition to that fucking role. You know what I mean? Just like anything else, sometimes someone can't transition into it. You know what I mean?
So it pisses
They might
me
got
off.
all the tools of the trade, but
Right.
they just can't fucking put it all together.
You'll get these like famous like Vine stars or YouTube stars who are famous via YouTube,
Yeah, there you go.
like your Paul
Good example.
whoever's or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you'll see him on a
Well,
comedy
Paul.
lineup, and you'll be like, that guy, like he's trying to be funny now. Like it's a different world. I don't want to talk about it like I've been there, but I feel like I listen to hundreds of hours of people who live it talk about it.
Mhm.
It's a different animal.
Well, everyone
like
does
when
that
you're
shit
trying to
these
be
days.
funny,
They're all trying to
it's-
fucking.
Oh man,
Your
and
grandma's in the kitchen trying
Yeah.
to make a fucking YouTube video or something. You know what I mean? Of fucking baking cookies or something. You
Oh,
know?
did you see my grandma's video?
yeah.
See, today's crazy though. There's a kid I guess on YouTube. Like, his whole channel is his parents buy him toys. He's like,
Oh,
7
yeah,
years
yeah,
old.
yeah.
He
I know what
opens
you're
the
talking
toys, plays with them, and
Yeah.
talks about the kid.
My
Makes
son
like 2
used to
million
watch
a year.
that shit all the
I've never
time,
seen
man.
him, but I've heard that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Or Grumpy Cat
But
was.
see what it is
$1 million.
that his parents ain't just buying these.
That's like a
Now he's got
rip-off
so
of
much
Snowy
viewers
Cat.
and shit. They got people just send them in. Companies are sending in these toys for him
Well, that's
to
because
review.
millions of people
Yeah,
are watching
yeah.
this kid.
Yeah.
But my brother, he's a big
He got
gamer.
some cool shit too.
And you'll hear about these gamers. They're making like, oh my god, like $15 million a year
So
playing video
Wayne,
games.
that's his
Uh-huh.
background is gaming.
Game.
On Twitch.
Yeah.
He's
Badass.
got a lot of views doing stuff like that, so he has some ideas how to incorporate his strategies that he's used for that into the podcast.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Man, there's. I almost wish I had some kind of skill set like that, where you could just fuck off and make millions of dollars. I guess that's what kind of this would be, or being a successful
Right.
stand-up comedian,
Right.
or I don't want to say movie
Yeah.
star, because I know how hard those people work, and I don't want to say comedy's easy either. But you're not going to make millions of dollars being a plumber, and you're still doing hard fucking work that you probably hate versus following a passion.
No.
But we can't all be this fighter jet cowboy presidents. We can't always be what we imagine being when we're young. Not everyone's going to reach their dreams. I'm sorry.
No,
sorry.
no, it
This
happens.
is statistically,
It happens.
we need the plumbers.
It happens,
we need the
bro.
people filling in
It
the
happens.
ditch. We need the people who give up and say they can't do it because it weeds, the cream of the crop. I believe there's a different breed of human out there
Yeah.
who is just, like we were talking about the fighters, you can have your arms snapped off and you're
Yeah,
still
yeah, it
not
happens.
tapping.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Yeah.
I'll cry. I'd be
I'll
in the
cry.
corner crying before the fight even started.
Yeah.
Physical stuff scares me.
Can I get a Band-Aid?
Seriously. And an ice
Bone
pack.
sticking out of your fucking arm.
fucking hurt.
Yeah.
But we need people like that. And I believe, especially in today's day and age of social media, those people finally have a voice. You get to see the people, and what I like about the kind of people we're talking about is they talk about the shitty part too. You don't just see the perfect final picture. You see the days where, like, I had a shitty day. This happened,
Yeah.
this deal got fucked up, or I wasn't as good at this as I wanted to be, and now I know I need to work harder. You hear about the shit they go through too, which I think is very important. I feel like probably about 7 years ago, all you saw when social media was first getting out is people at the beach house with their nice
yeah,
cars
yeah.
and millions of dollars,
Uh-huh.
and you're like, man, that's what I want. But you don't understand how they got there. You don't understand the work it takes to get there. So people
Scams.
idolize
You
the
know what I'm
end
saying?
goal, and they don't realize the pursuit that's involved. So you get a lot of people, it's like the Barbie doll, unrealistic expectations. I've been doing this for a year. Where's my fucking beach house? You
Yeah.
know? Well,
Just
you're
saying,
you're
Abdul-
20 years away, brother.
Abdul 30,000 a year
Oh, man.
in fucking Zimbabwe.
Oh,
Hey, you know
God.
what I mean? You'll reach it. You'll reach the goal.
Dude, those
You gotta earn that dad bod first.
seriously, those scammers are getting out of control.
Oh,
You get,
big time.
you get a 209 area code calling you now.
All the time.
Fucking weird.
All the time.
Weird. I used to
Yeah.
get 3 a day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, at least once a day.
See-
That 209, and they'll match my prefix too.
Yeah.
Not just the area code, but the 622, which
Oh,
is my
shit,
phone number.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
see,
so
I don't know how they do that anymore, but yeah,
No,
they
it's
do
just
it.
that they can spoof the number
Uh-huh.
so you call it back and
I know, I got a call from fucking Merced Police Department.
Did you really?
Yeah, or no, Merced, Monterey.
You should probably,
Monterey.
you should probably call them back. I think they might actually.
No, Monterey, bang.
Turn yourself in
Monterey Police
immediately.
Department. It was fucking nuts. I said, what? Monterey? I haven't been to Monterey in fucking years.
Monterey Police Department needs
You
to
know
go
what I
buy
mean?
a Target gift card.
So I was like, I don't know, you got the wrong, we can help you get out of this situation. You're wanted by the FBI now and
Yeah,
shit. You know what I mean? You had
seriously.
someone on that side. I'm like, what? Man, I haven't been to fucking Monterey in years, man. So
I was clear to those charges.
I said, I was in Modesto that time. You know,
That was Dirty Harry. You know, Clint
Yeah.
Eastwood used to be the mayor down there.
Clint Eastwood?
Yeah.
Really?
Carmel, yeah, she's still living down there. I
No
think.
shit, huh?
He's still alive, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Fuck. Have you
Hey.
seen? Have you seen his son?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Looks just fucking. Like
Yeah.
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 Beautiful, beautiful man.
His last movie he made, Clint Eastwood's last movie was pretty damn good.
What was that one? The
Mule.
Mule.
Yeah.
I watched.
Yeah.
I watched
Yeah.
Gran Turismo.
Well, you know,
Turismo was good.
yeah, that was a lot better.
Oh, shit, hold on, you got me
But-
sidetracked. Those fucking scammers. That's what we were on. God, I'll get them all the time. It's like this is
All the
the
time,
Social
man.
Security
They don't
Administration.
stop.
Your Social Security is going to be revoked if you don't call.
That's right.
But you know what they're doing is they're targeting the old folks.
Yeah.
Because if you're a 70-year-old and you're not sure what's really going, you're getting what my
Senile
my
and
Social
shit.
Security.
Yeah.
Like my grandfather
Right.
died on Social Security, making $700 a month on that. I guarantee if you called him saying they were going to cancel it,
My daughter's grandparents were getting those calls, and they're old.
it's scary.
So
They're
it's
getting
actually her,
confused.
yeah,
Yeah.
great grandparents.
Yeah.
Luckily, they were smart enough to call the cops, and so they ended up like doing this sting on one of them. I don't
Hey.
even know
Nice.
how it worked out yet, but
No shit.
When my great grandmother was still alive, she was 94 when this happened.
No, I had to
believe.
travel to Indonesia.
There you
You
go.
know what I mean?
They called her. Say
But
they
hey.
knew her name. They knew my name. They told her, my 94-year-old grandmother, that I was in prison in Mexico, and they needed $2,000 for bail before I got moved, and they wouldn't be able to find me.
No
and then
shit.
My great cousin was there, as a caretaker, taking care of her. And thank God she was there, because my great grandmother was crying, saying it was the hardest thing to do is to not send that money. She was so worried. It's fucking 94-year-old
So look at
woman.
your picture on the fucking
Your
refrigerator.
great grandson David Beal, we have him here. We need the money now. We're not gonna be able to get him out.
So David,
That's terrifying.
Are you really worth it? Look at the
But
picture on the
seriously.
refrigerator.
Would you take 200? I got a coupon.
I love you, son, but goddamn.
are you on Groupon?
Shit.
Yeah.
But if you're getting 3 a day, how many times a day is this working for them to be making money? I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
given you're in a
it
country
happens.
where you're getting paid $1.50 an hour to do this shit, but
And you know someone does it. Someone really fucking gets caught into it.
yeah,
Yeah.
sad.
They just go down the number list and
Yeah.
every single number.
You think, because I see these as
Yep, that's how they
blessings
do it,
now.
yep.
I love it.
Random numbers.
My goal is when you call me, I'm going to take up as much of your time as I possibly can.
Oh, that would be a good bit.
A good
on the
bit?
show.
Or
Just
record?
like if we could ever figure out a way to schedule the time that it comes in, but
Oh, fuck.
but if you could ever record one of those, like, oh,
Can you get it real quick? Here we go.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
hilarious. But I love it because their job is to keep you on the phone until you either they
Right.
realize that you know what they are or you do what they want.
Or they'll hang
So
up on you.
hold on, what? You need my?
Yo.
Do you, oh no, my wife was telling me something about this. Hold on, let me
Wasn't
get
that
the
serious?
right card out. Shit, no, this ain't the right card. Okay, sorry, it's a little. This is an old card, man.
Yeah.
I can't read it. You're like,
That's
sir,
right.
I just
That's
need a.
so
Yeah,
awesome.
they'll be like, well, that's okay. You know, I'll go ahead and wait on the phone while you read me those
It's
numbers.
like, you know what?
You know what I'm
My
saying?
brother just found this card in the parking lot. Try this one. Try this one.
Right.
like,
Yeah,
no,
no,
sir.
it's crazy, but they do.
Oh man.
They do, man. They really do scam people like
But
that all the time.
On
man.
the other
It's
end of
crazy.
that, because I would like to think that 98% of the time people know they're getting scammed,
Right.
and so 98%
Right.
of the time you're gonna be
Right.
like, "Fuck you, you stupid motherfucker."
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
can you imagine? Let's switch roles here. Wear their shoes for a minute.
Right.
You're trying to support your whatever Indian family. There's
Uh-huh.
a billion people in your
but a
country.
lot of those calls are opt-in, so they can send you a recording first.
Right.
And
Then you
Not-
transfer. I always
yeah.
transfer. Hit one.
Oh, you
Oh,
did
yeah,
that.
I'm hitting one.
Yeah.
But they're sitting there all day long just eating hate. Eating hate. Every call they're getting that's not a 90-year-old woman is just fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Can you imagine knowing you're going to go to work 8 hours a day and talk on the phone to people who are going to say fuck you every single time? I hate my life.
Yep.
Oh my God. That'd be miserable.
You haven't worked at a call center then.
I've worked at 3.
Have you really?
Yeah, I've worked at a couple myself too.
Never mind.
On
Sorry,
the fucking
guys.
computer, follow the script and all that. I'm like, oh man, this is
Yeah,
too
but
much, man.
all the call centers I worked at were incoming calls. So
Oh, there you go.
That's
I even
better.
get mad.
That's better, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you
even
don't have
when
to
they're-
get all confused with all that shit.
Even when they're
Yeah.
good causes, I had one guy call me because I guess I signed up for something out of guilt. It was like a donate to Sonora Police or whatever, and the
Yeah.
guy was calling. The country voice sounding guy was like, "Is Paul so and so there?" And I'm like, "No." And the guy goes, "Well, maybe you can help me. I'm looking for somebody to help me done it." And I'm like, "Oh, dude. Like normally I'm all for the good causes, but I don't like misdirection and deception.
Right.
So fuck you on that one. Hope your police department's pancake breakfast goes well, or whatever the fuck."
I
you're
always
doing.
know they're bullshitting me when they use my fucking middle name. They call me Mr. Clark.
Mr. Clark.
Yeah, on the phone I'm like,
What's your last name?
well, Shank, but they ain't my first name, man.
Shane is your last name?
Shank.
Shank?
Yeah,
I
but
wouldn't
my
call you
first
Mr. Shank.
name is Robert. You know, Robert.
That's why
That sounds like a serial
They
rapist.
don't want to call you.
They're all,
Mr. Shank.
well, Mr. Clark, are you having a good day? I'm like,
I was-
Mr. Clark,
I think
what
that's
the
just your
fuck?
prison name.
Yeah, something like.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm actually at a funeral right now. Mr. Clark, my father, just passed away. Can I call you back at another time? Oh, someone told me that when you're getting
Use a fuck's
scammed,
middle name. It's
Well,
right.
Mr. Michael, because that's his dad's middle
that's
name.
true. You answer.
Yeah.
This is so and so police department deputy whatever speaking, and they I've heard they take those numbers out of their whatever systems.
Right.
I can't.
Right.
The last time I tried that on, the guy was like, "No, this should be so and so," and I'm like, "No, this is deputy whatever
They're gonna
whatever."
Say like Modesto Police Department accounts receivable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, no, yeah. Once they use that middle name, though, it's like, man, this is already bullshit.
I do want to try one. See if I not scam the scammer, but like
I want to try
just
one.
pretend to also be a scammer. Be like, "Oh, this." I don't know. This is what I do all day. I'm supposed to call you. You're supposed to give me your. Tell you what, dude. I'll give you my list of people. You give me your list of people.
Yeah.
We'll just call it good.
We'll just,
I scratch your back. You scratch
We'll
mine.
swap numbers. Here's my number. Give me yours.
Here's my little
Yeah.
black book.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's crazy. I fucking hate scammers, man.
Ugh,
Way of the world, though, right?
Yeah.
They're
And,
here.
and what pisses me off is, it's got at least 1 out of 100 times it's got to work. And that's kind of sad.
It is.
It does.
Happened to my. Oh, here's another one. Happened to my dad's grandmother. She was like a 80-something-year-old woman, and she got the family together one day and says, "Guys, I have a special announcement. I won the Canadian lottery, and it's
Right.
gonna be here in a couple
Just
of
like the
days."
cruise.
And someone was like, "What are you talking
Where
about?"
do
She
you
goes,
live?
I just have to send them a couple. I was gonna wait, but I was too excited. I have to send them a couple more payments, and they're to get it through customs or whatever they had told her."
Couple of shit. You already said how many
Oh,
payments?
she said like $1,200, but this
Yeah,
is back
see?
in like the 70s.
Yeah.
When-
I've heard something like
Oh.
this before, too.
And so, yeah, I won the
Yeah.
Canadian lottery. I have to get it through customs. It's almost here. I was wanting to keep it a secret, and then they're all like, "No, my God, no, stop." Yeah, I mean,
But
they're
see,
getting people.
The story I heard, though, It was scammers, but it wasn't scammers. It was the fucking cartel.
Was, but it
You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. Someone I knew had their fucking family members in Mexico. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And the cartel took them and shit.
Mm.
And
That's scary.
this is a non-comment here. You know what I'm saying? And so he called him up. The person called the person I knew up and just told him that we need such random money or we're gonna kill your family. And guess what?
Let's go.
Sure enough, did. Fucking the next day, they found his fucking cousins hanging off a fucking bridge.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, see, well,
But that's all in Mexico, though.
if they hung my cousins because I didn't send someone money, I wouldn't feel guilty because of the scam thing.
So-
Like, you know what? How are you supposed to
Thank
know?
your grandma.
Well,
How you
can
supposed
pick
to-
a cousin? I mean,
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. You know?
See, there's no good winner because all my cousins are like 7.
Yeah, they all gotta go.
Out of all the children I'd like to see hanging, it's hard to pick
Yeah.
one.
But no, I couldn't believe that shit. You know, I'm like, what? Are you serious? But
a couple names I can give.
I know who the dude was. You know what I mean? So I was
That's
like,
unfortunate.
okay, I believe it.
Death is a part of life, my friend.
Well, yeah, it is at one time. You know, one point everyone got to
Circle
go.
of life.
Shit.
Gotta
but-
happen once to everybody.
Fuck.
You've all seen The Lion King, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Has anyone seen the remake?
No.
Ooh, here we go.
No.
Have you guys heard about the new Little Mermaid?
Yeah.
She's black.
I've been seeing all kinds of shit on that.
Not that that's a problem, but different.
I just thought maybe you were going into a bit or something.
No, the new Little Mermaid, they cast an African American female. I forget her
Yeah.
name, but
It's Ariel.
yeah, but I forget the
Now it's
actress's
Ariola.
name. Ariel.
Oh, isn't it Halle Berry?
Is it her sister or is it Halle? I think
I don't know.
There's two of them. I think they were like a group or something, but it was one or the
Yeah.
other. But I guess the way they're trying to go with it is they're trying to set it more of a it's part of the theme or the time frame they're going with. Because forgive me for not knowing Disney trivia, but I believe the original Little Mermaid was set, like the Disney movie was set in France. But I think they're taking it even more realistic and
There's
going
a
off.
think
crab that
something
had
like
a
that.
French accent.
Yeah.
But they're doing it based off.
And
'cause-
so did the fucking the candle holder.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, different movie. But if you know about the original stories, these Disney stories are actually based off of books. And
Right.
the actual books are not so much kid friendly. I actually read the original Little Mermaid. And everyone dies at the end, I think. Don't quote me on that. But I believe it is a little bit more of African descent. So it's going to be interesting. I don't know.
Black Panther and fucking mermaids or what?
I see them as
Fuck it.
cash outs.
I don't give a shit.
And another argument I heard is they're just remaking them all to keep the copyrights alive. And so that,
Oh, for sure.
yeah,
they're
which is a
big on
little,
that.
yeah. But smart, whatever. But if you get into it, I don't want to get shot, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. But Disney's pretty.
Once
fucking
again, no
scary.
comment.
Oh,
Disney's
they're-
scary.
They're scandalous.
Yeah, they are. They really are, man. They're
When-
fucking.
When they talked about
They're brutal.
buying out Fox or whatever,
They are
like,
brutal.
why would you? What are you doing? But that gets into like the what do you call it?
Well, they make a lot of rated R movies too.
Well, yeah. I mean, but they
On
got
the
their
side,
fingers and everything.
they're fucking side labels.
Why make $1 billion when you can make $2 billion? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But the conspiracy theories, it gets weird with all kinds
It
of
does
things.
get weird.
Like,
You're right, man. It gets trippy.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite conspiracy you like? Like the one that you actually kind of like subscribe to?
No.
Don't say
I have a
Bigfoot.
brand new one.
What is it?
I just watched this documentary on Netflix about this dude. He comes off. He is intelligent. You can tell he's intelligent. He is not crazy.
Okay.
And
That's good.
he says he worked on some shit around Area 51 on some actual alien aircraft, spaceship type
Okay.
shit.
Okay.
And throughout the years, this story broke back in '96 or something, mid '90s, and so a bunch of things happened during that time to discount his story. The government supposedly did to him, but a lot of that
Randy
stuff
Quaid.
where he was discounted has been coming out.
Open
Proven
to
as
public.
real.
Oof, that gets freaky.
Randy
Yeah,
Quaid
it's
shit on Independence Day.
Oh shit.
He's
One-
like, I'll drive it right up your ass.
One of my, I don't even know if it's a conspiracy so much as actually what's going on, but one of my favorites was, you familiar with Blackwater?
Yeah.
The paramilitary group or whatever. Well, when they had the guy go a little AWOL in Iraq and start mowing down civilians, they had change the name and sell the company. You know who bought him? Monsanto.
Oh no shit!
So what does a food industry need with a private military? Well, it's, in these third.
Then here comes the Walmarts.
Well, you know, in the third world countries, you're running a little farm, right? Okay,
Right.
so Monsanto comes in, obviously buys out all your competition, so you need seeds to plant your crops, right?
Pressure.
Yeah.
So just Monsanto will sell you these seeds. Well, they're selling them GMOs. So typically these farmers would plant their crops, harvest their crops, and you can harvest seeds from plants to replant your crop. But with these new GMOs, you can't. They don't produce seeds. So what do you got to do? You got to go back to Monsanto, keep buying.
Oh shit!
So to me, it just gets a little
This
scary.
is a trap.
Well, and then Monsanto's starting to fall apart too. They actually got dinged with the Roundup cancer thing.
Oh, that's who does that?
Yeah, they actually. I think they actually got dinged on that.
Hey, I tried to file for one of those claims too.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
You have cancer? Did you say
well,
why not?
Yeah, why not?
Put my name down.
I got something weird on my
God damn it! I got 3
Hell yeah,
nuts, man.
Hell
Monsanto.
yeah, man.
I ate some
I'm
Roundup
gonna
ready
make you show
corn.
your nuts in a
And
deposition.
then,
Oh,
why
my
not?
God.
And then I started reading it, and I'm like, oh well, I don't qualify.
I don't qualify.
Hey man, but hey, you gotta try, man.
It's scary shit, dude. Like, what would a food company with its own private military?
Monsanto's
Especially
already
with
evil.
poison.
You've heard about the stuff they did prior, where they were like putting out these one seeds, and so the wind blows, and it blows maybe some dust from their seeds into a different crop, and then they're suing this other farmer because some of their pollen or whatever went over to another crop, and
Trespass.
they have like a patent on the seed.
That's
Wow.
so fucking
That's
stupid.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's so.
Yeah, that's
that
off the
just
wall
it's
shit
one of
right
those
there.
things where.
But if you got the lawyers backing you,
But see, well, when you're a trillion company and all like that,
Yeah.
and you've got the best lawyers in the world
Yeah.
who are just going to run circles around these little farmers. But at the
Right.
same time, that's where the American legal system, or whatever, the legal system gets retarded, in my opinion. Sorry for using the R word, but whatever. My brother's retarded, so it's
It
like
is what it
it's
is,
like I'm
man.
having a black friend. I couldn't say the
Yeah.
N word, but I can say retarded.
I
I
got
can
one.
say
This is
autistic.
cool.
Yes.
I got
He,
a special friend. You know what I'm
Is he invisible? Is he here with us right now?
saying? You might
Anyway.
be, bro.
But
Don't
it's like one of those things where if you tell it to a
Don't
normal
behave.
person, like the pollen blew over, the seeds grew there because of it, and they're getting sued, you're going, well, that's fucking stupid. But somewhere, somehow, that's holding up in a court of law, and some poor guy's losing everything.
Yeah.
And you know why? So probably
Yeah,
Monsanto could come in
you're
and
right,
buy
man.
up that farm and just.
You're right.
I don't believe we're ever going to fix all the evil in the world, but with a switch, a slow
No.
switch of mindset, it'll get a little better here
That's
and
a-
there.
There's no way. There's no way to fix evil.
Stuff goes back and forth until it gets to center, and then
The ones that got
Not-
power and
yeah.
money are the ones that are
Not-
running the evil
Not to
operations.
get all existential with it again, but like I was talking about the power of choice. If the world was perfect, there'd be no choice. There'd be no point. What are you here for? I believe that life presents you with decisions that define who you are, and not to say you're going to be judged for them. I don't go as far to say that, but I believe we're presented with opportunities to develop your character and to choose who you become. And if the world wasn't as fucked up as it is, people wouldn't have those daily choices to choose to be better. And some days people choose to be better, and some days people fail. But that's what I was saying. You fail, you fuck up, you move forward. It's all in the choice. So
Well-
this world, the reality we're experiencing, provides our soul, our character with choices,
Yeah.
and we get to choose who we are through all this experience.
I agree. The world, it can't be perfect. That's impossible.
No, it would
But
it'd be really boring.
She could
first
slow
of all.
down, man, and slow down real fast. You know what I mean? And people should, you know, be able to change themselves. You know, change their mindset, change their views of everything. You know, and just what they see. You know, and what they're doing. You know what I mean? It's like if you want to fucking stop drinking alcohol or something, you're an alcoholic or something. You know what I mean? Then you have the power to change it. It's all up to you,
Should
though.
tell that to my dad.
Well, I know, but I mean, no, you know, I mean,
No.
alcoholics and fucking addicts, man. You know what I mean? It's tough.
Yeah.
It's extremely tough. You know what I mean? I feel it.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I agree too. You know, and it's just how it is. But that goes with any fucking thing that's anyone's addicted to.
I smoked cigarettes for 2 years. That was the fucking hardest thing to put down, man. I don't know.
See,
I
there
mean,
you go.
I'll have a
I'd say
cigarette.
that is one of the hardest things.
It is.
Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, by no means, I wasn't doing a pack a day. But what it was for me is I thought I was better than everyone else, so I smoked those American spirits. and with the new tax, they shot up to like
Well, you have a little
$15 a
fucking
pack.
cigarette holder and shit.
Like,
or what?
like Corella DeVille
Yeah.
sitting on a forklift. Like,
I'm better than you.
but like it's organic tobacco,
Yeah.
man.
It's
Yeah.
organic
I got no
nicotine.
chemicals in here.
It's organic
Hell nah.
nicotine.
But yeah.
Fuck, I get pissed because nicotine is actually a beautiful cognitive stimulant. It's wonderful for your
Vape.
brain used correctly.
Then vape. You don't have to smoke. You can vape
Well,
it.
I'm not saying that I want to because it's
Yeah, when you get
still
back to smoking
it's
again,
incredibly
huh?
highly addictive. But I saw like some
I
cigarette.
picked up the habit again yesterday, folks.
It'll sneak back. You just smoke a cigar
Yeah, really,
and you
you're
find
right,
yourself
bro.
doing it 5 days in a
Yeah,
row. But
yeah.
I saw a campaign
You're right.
run on TV, and it was some whatever smoke thing about the kids, and it says nicotine equals brain poison.
Oh man, those are crazy these
And
days.
I'm like,
huh?
I'm thinking,
It's like a horror movie.
This is where the issue is.
Yeah.
You can't just demonize things. You got to be honest with people. You got
Right.
to
Put a commercial on TV, you can.
And that's the thing, man.
You got to be honest with people. Because when people see that you're being fucking stupid and just trying to feed them crap to get your point across, they're not going to listen to you.
Oh, like stupid ass commercials. I fucking hate them.
You get the educated people going, well, nicotine's not brain poison. It's actually proven to be through multiple test trials, good
Just
for memory, and people, they'll smoke and then take a test or whatever, and they'll do however many percentile better than if they. I don't know all the statistics, but I've heard enough
Well,
educated
fuck, man, you
people
sound like it.
talk about it
Keep it.
to know that it's not the fucking devil.
Yeah.
So when you were smoking, you actually noticed some kind of mental benefit from it, other than being a stress reliever?
Other than being a stress reliever, I mean, I would compare it. If you put a gun to my head and made me choose, I'd rather take a cup of coffee over a cigarette. What it is that little boost, that little extra. It's a stimulant. It gets you up. It gets you going. Yes, it relaxes you, which is one of the reasons I believe that it's very hard to quit. Is because in today's day and age, everyone's just wound up so fucking tight, and to have something that
takes away anxiety.
Tell me what does that besides fucking exercise, and who wants to work out, right? Oh my god, that's why I'm having a hard time, because I'd rather smoke a blunt than take a drink any day. I hate alcohol, but I still drink here and there.
Hey.
But weed is still, while it's becoming more and more okay, like this new job I'm applying for, I might have to take a drug test. And that sucks.
Right.
Also, like what I was
trying to outlaw that right now. I think they have outlawed it in certain places where you
They are,
can't
yeah,
get
they're
fired
starting
for
to.
THC.
fired, but also
Or
it's still,
not hired. It's not even
that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Because it's stupid, because you could have taken it 2 weeks, smoked a joint 2 weeks ago.
Just because
It's in your system still.
Just because I
30
smoke
fucking
pot.
days, man, it takes to get out of your system.
Just because
A long fucking
I
time.
might enjoy a blunt at the end of my day, or I don't roll blunts, but whatever, a little one hitter at the end of my day doesn't mean I'm gonna be at a job on a forklift high as balls or driving around. I mean, people make stupid decisions every day, and in today's day and age, people like to make examples out of the atrocities. So let's say, well, this guy got high and ran over my daughter. Let's say, well, dude.
All those old fucking commercials at the drive-thru.
There's always going to be those statistics.
They're fucking.
There's always going to be statistics, but
yeah.
She shouldn't have been getting a jumbo jacket.
Yeah.
fucking seriously.
This is what
your
marijuana
fat ass
does
ugly
to you.
daughter wasn't welcome
Makes
here
you
anyway.
slow thinking.
God damn it.
Yeah. No, I understand.
But it's all about the choices too.
I think I'd rather have fucking, if I was in a fucking employer, I think I'd rather have me someone that's smoking some weed than a guy that's fucking drinking a fifth and driving a forklift.
Dude, well, you know
You know what I'm
what?
saying?
You guys want to take one of these home? I think they're individually wrapped.
Fuck yeah, I'll take one home.
What is that, man?
Oh, it's okay.
What is it?
It's marijuana. What I'll tell you though.
Plus THC.
Okay.
What is it, a patch?
Float on. It's sublingual.
You put it under your tongue.
It's
and
a
let it
patch.
dissolve.
God.
I don't know. No
Oh,
shit.
The THC patch. I haven't
Let-
seen that one yet.
Let me ask you
I
this.
think you just invented something. You
Hey,
better.
That's
I better
fucking
fucking patent that
that's
shit
right.
up.
Let me ask you gentlemen this. How many times can you tell me you've seen someone act completely not okay when they're fucked up on alcohol versus how they act when they're fucked up on marijuana?
Oh, it's totally different.
Totally different,
Yeah,
right?
totally different.
Oh
yeah.
my god, yeah, absolutely. So I'll give you a
What the
personal
fuck?
example,
I've
and
never seen this before,
I'll
man.
have to look at this in a second, but like
San Diego.
and not to get too personal, but my father's a drinker, right? And
Wow.
I love my dad, and I know he loves me, but every person has their own individual struggles, right?
Right.
He's had his life, and it's made him who
We all
he
got
is,
our
and
demons, man.
he struggles with alcohol. So like he'll get drunk and he'll throw shit sometimes. He'll get mad. He'll yell. He'll scream. He'll kick doors down.
Does he get up and go to work 9 to 5 or?
Oh, we
Well,
we
he
worked
got-
before functioning, I guess.
He got
But
pretty good shit from what he was saying.
but at the same time, like I can only imagine what it would
It
be
should get
if
you
he
like-
just chose to
oh, it's
smoke
only 10
a blunt
milligrams?
instead or something.
Okay, 10's not.
It said,
That's about a cookie.
it said- from the description, it said it affects you the same way as when you're smoking something.
Does someone
Oh,
want to?
shit.
Because I don't want to waste it because I have to drive, and I'm a funny man, but drinking and driving is not funny. But drinking, whatever.
Fucking
You'll kill people that way. But does someone want to open one of these? And are we endorsing products
Go.
already?
Go ahead.
I don't want to.
I mean, I don't want to waste mine, man.
I don't
Shit,
like
I'll use
You know
it.
what? Give me five. I'll take them all.
I'll use it. But I mean,
All right, let's open
Yeah.
this guy up. What do we
One
got here?
each.
Fuck yeah.
You get another one if you take that right now.
Alright, fuck
You
it.
take it right now. Oh man, this. Well, first off, oh,
To open
I'm looking for a little pouch or
the
something. Is
wand.
this liquid?
No, it's like a crest.
It's like one of those fucking, one of those
Breast
Listerine strips.
Yeah, you put it on your tongue,
Yeah.
it dissolves. It tastes
Here,
like-
here.
It's
Take this
open.
one, dude. Take
You've
this one. I've
been
already
on-
opened this one. I'll
Alright.
open that one.
Fuck
So
yeah,
what do we got
score.
here? So this is like a little. It smells good. It smells like. It smells like hand soap.
Does it really?
It smells like good hand soap, like the kind you find at Target.
Whoa.
If
what
you
the
like
fuck?
the taste of weed, you might like it. I don't.
What's this paper?
I think you'd peel that off.
peel
I
it
wouldn't
off,
eat
huh?
that.
Paper off, pretty sure.
Oh
I
wow.
only took one.
Oh
Okay,
shit.
let's talk about that. We've all
My
had our
life is
experience.
taffy.
Fucking-
You know?
My first marijuana experience, I was with people, because I said I was straight at like the Eagle Scout straight edge, didn't know anybody, so I found the first friend I knew that smoked pot, wasn't really a friend of mine, wasn't looking out for my best interest. I cashed a FAFSA check, you know what those are, like financial aid,
Yeah.
for like $300. I told him, like, I gave it to him all, I said, go to a dispensary, I want you to spend all of it. I had no frame of preference, I didn't know what I was doing. He came back with a bunch of edibles, half an ounce of this, an eighth of that, whatever.
Different?
Gave me a 1,000 milligram Corova brownie.
Wow.
Oh, they don't make those anymore.
I wonder why.
I
Huh?
asked for one. I was like, "Oh, you have those super strong brownies?" No, they outlawed them.
I ate the
No,
whole
that thing was like taking
Oh
psychedelics.
my god, dude.
That thing, and I was just taking.
Sent me to hell.
I was just taking like a piece that big.
Yeah.
That much, and I was like,
This stupid motherfucker. Can I eat this whole thing? Of course you can eat that whole thing.
I was like, what's going on? And you're like in this.
Yeah.
You're like, you know, in that state when right before you go to sleep, in that kind of like half awake, half
Right, right. You kind of drowsy.
state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
it was.
That's fucking scary. I took that whole
That is
brownie. I
scary.
had a little lollipop, like a 50 milligram lollipop, and then it hadn't kicked in before I got. It was starting to. You're starting to feel that, and then
Yeah.
I took like a bong rip or two, and then the best way to describe it is boom, and
Yep.
then this is such a tough one to describe, but like a kaleidoscopes in my head, but I was falling into them, and a perfect reference that you just made when you're falling asleep, you know, and you might dream you trip or something, and you go, huh! Like you get that jolt.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I fell into these kaleidoscopic visions, I was having that. It was just a god awful experience. I ended up puking in his sink. This stupid motherfucker.
Same.
But-
Same.
but-
edibles, I just don't get along with edibles. But
you guys ate a whole one of those brownies, yeah.
Yeah, it was a bad fucking
puke.
time.
Yeah,
Bad
yeah.
fucking time. But since then,
Friday when
Alcohol.
they fucking feeding the dog that,
Yeah.
that's bullshit, right?
alcohol, marijuana, shrooms. I wouldn't do LSD so much recreationally. I approach psychedelics, and again, it's going to sound a little hippy-dippy, on more of a spiritual level. Because I use them to
I
kind
think you
of,
want to do a psychedelic in a controlled situation,
yes,
and
with
you
purpose.
Want, yeah, and you also want to be in a comfortable place. You don't want to be out at a party doing a psychedelic. I don't
It's
think.
not the time.
Right.
I've never done one, so other
Really?
than the brownies.
Okay, wow.
I heard with like psychedelics and shit, you gotta fucking, it's a mind thing, you gotta be
But-
cool.
But and see,
That's
these
mine.
are reasons these are becoming
If you go
legal.
crazy, it open up Pandora's box and fucking shit's coming.
The way it's been, that I've heard at least described, is these kind of chemicals, like the ayahuasca, for example, also legal in, becoming legal, I guess. They're
What is
not
that?
fun. I'll tell you about it in just a second.
Okay.
So, well, right now, actually, the ayahuasca, Aubrey Marcus, another good podcast, he formed On It with Joe Rogan. I think we talked about this. He goes down to Peru and he'll do these sessions. It's a brew. The natives there have been doing this for thousands of years. It's
Okay.
native plants that they'll all put together. Their shamans will prepare it for them, and it's approached as like a rite
Pause
of.
you for a second. I'm sorry to interrupt.
course.
Have either of you guys seen Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia?
No.
Okay. He's been a guest on the show, but I was aware of him before that. He goes out and he tries pretty much every drug he
Really?
can think of that
That's
needs to be
crazy, man.
studied
That is
still.
insane.
Just like-
he does ayahuasca, DMT.
Was this guy that he did the Toad, the
He's
5-year-old?
really skinny, tall, skinny
Glasses?
dude, glasses.
Yeah, he
Not
talked about
just
this.
any
Oh my
like
god.
recreational drug, but shit that's out there in the fucking world.
Yeah,
right?
I think he just.
eating the fucking crazy ass shit.
So if you wanna if you ever want to know about any kind of type of drug, or if you just are interested in general about the different stuff out there, check out Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia.
Interesting. I'll have to write that down. But to bounce back.
Pen and paper right there.
Right there. To bounce back to what I was saying, I actually wanted to
Okay.
break some. I'm glad you have some out. To get back to what I was saying, Hamilton, I'll remember the rest. It's approached
Pharmacopoeia.
more as like a rite of passage because you don't do it for fun. The people, they'll have just these terrifying experiences, but what it always is stuff that needs to be looked at with inside yourself. It's a very See, this is where it gets weird to try to describe to people. You're stepping outside of yourself and looking at all the things that might be
You're
wrong.
saying you have experienced ayahuasca?
I have not, but I've experienced the type of feeling that people would try. Like when I did acid, it was a point in my life I was super stressed out. I was, having all these issues and yada yada yada. And when it boiled down, I was tripping balls on acid.
Take that song, man.
I was tripping balls on acid, and this phrase kept coming to mind. I was like, I have too many fires lit. I have too many fires
Have you
lit.
guys seen Natural Born Killers?
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
Oh,
Classic.
you need to watch it, dude.
You never seen that movie?
There's a list of movies. I
Woody
haven't
Harrelson?
seen
It's
Titanic. Who's
classic.
that? I don't know who the fuck that is.
Woody Harrelson?
Don't talk to me about Woody. Who the fuck's Woody Harrelson?
Oh,
Are you
man.
shitting me?
No.
You're not even joking.
No.
All right,
Woody Harrelson?
You could show me a picture. I'll probably be like, oh, that's
What's that
Woody
fucking
Harrelson.
zombie movie he just came out with a couple years ago?
Zombieland?
Zombieland.
Woody, the Twinkie guy?
Yeah. Woody Harrelson. He eats the
Is it
Twinkies
Twinkies?
and shit.
Okay.
There.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Now
Woody
see, I
Harrelson.
know that,
From
but
Cheers, man.
He doesn't even know what
I
you're
know.
that's
Netflix.
an old TV show, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it
Anyway,
is.
well,
Like fucking 87.
Oh, anyways, on Natural Born Killers, they do ayahuasca and they show kind of like a trip scene.
Really?
So,
But
Fucking
but
A.
anyway, to
He
wrap
is
up what I was
tripping.
saying is
Yeah.
it's a trial. It's
dope.
a tribulation. You
Comic
do it.
comic book shit.
You
and
don't
like,
approach it
crazy.
for fun. You do it because you're looking for something, or you're after something. You're trying to figure something out about yourself. And
I don't know about these heroin addicts, man.
that's different.
Okay.
Those, ooh.
You know,
I used to buy.
guy with a fucking syringe hanging out his arm by the railroad tracks over there. He's looking for something, all right.
I used to buy. There's a couple months I was buying hydrocodone from
That's Donnie.
an employee of mine. I was buying hydrocodone pills, and I told myself like, I'm done with those because
Same shit.
the feeling.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see why people love this. Like this is not.
I
this
hate
is
it.
not
I have
good.
some stories.
I hate it.
I have some stories.
You're laying there, everything's okay, and it's definitely
I
not.
was euphoric, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I have a,
Best feeling in the world. It sucks to say
I
that.
have a
But
bottle of them. I buy them
I fucking
anytime
hate
I
it.
can get them.
Well, it
But,
depends.
But I only take like a half every once in a
see,
while.
that's smart when you need it.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep drilling home the psychedelic thing, but the one
What
better,
is it, tens or
Yeah.
tens?
the
Yeah.
one better
Most of
feeling than the hydrocodone I've had is when I smoked
You
DMT.
can probably get about like maybe
Oh, so you have done DMT.
I've done
750
DMT. I've done the
$9
chunk, which is the
a pill
ayahuasca
for it?
herbs, but just smoked instead
So,
of brewed.
Other than psilocybin, the next thing I want to do also is DMT.
I can get us some.
no
I
shit.
would have to go down to LA, but I could. He not only does he
Dude,
provide it,
that's fine.
he taught me how to make it. If you're comfortable ordering stuff to the house,
Plan trip.
let's do it.
DMT, huh?
DMT, and that was
We'll
that
film
I know what that is.
was
Yeah.
the best experience of my life.
No shit.
I don't want
But
to.
you can wear
Film
like
it.
a mask and we put a voice changer on him.
It's so stupid. I hate saying this. I hate saying this, but brother, I felt God. I felt to describe it. I had my girlfriend take notes while I was doing it. I felt the feeling that I was looking for in church and never found. The connection to something higher. That yeah. See, it's tough. It's tough. How do you relate this to
God
folks?
as a lack of a better word, or did you feel? Do you felt like you felt a deity?
Like love. He felt the love.
Thank you.
Yeah. He felt the passion.
For the longest
The
time, and one of the
warmness.
reasons I stopped going to church is I was surrounded by these people who seemed to be experiencing something that I couldn't even touch the surface of. Like these people they got their hands up, they're crying,
or understand.
they're feeling feeling
isn't
connected.
DMT inside you?
Yeah, it's what makes you dream.
Okay.
It's the dream chemical, the
So
spirit
They just
molecule.
have extra DMT.
Holy
I
fuck. Are you
guess.
sure?
Yeah, but it's what makes you dream.
Holy
they don't
shit.
fully understand it. They know your body produces it. Your stomach, though, like when you ingest it and whatnot, the reason you have to smoke it or take it with 5-UO, whatever inhibitors, is because it's in technically everything. It grows in grass. It grows in trees.
So what's the fucking side effects of this shit?
Well, it's a very quick trip. It lasted no longer than 15 minutes.
Really?
It was over and done with very fast, but
Like Coke.
incredibly powerful, incredibly vivid, an overwhelming
No shit.
feeling. It
Does
just
it seem like longer than 5 minutes?
I bet. Hell yeah.
salvia felt like okay. The worst trip I've ever had was on salvia. That felt like hours. But the DMT.
Salvia?
We'll get. I didn't mean to jump topic. We'll get to that one.
That's
in a second.
alright. I can
But
catch up.
the DMT. No, but at the same time, I didn't want it to be longer. I walked away feeling like I got what I wanted from it, and I had the changa, which was the herb that I smoked, and then I also had the crystallized powder. You're supposed to run it through a dab rig, but I fucked up on the dab rig. I didn't heat it up enough, so it kind of just sizzled out instead of smoking like it should have. So I wasted all that. So that's what they say. Some DMT in some forms will just blast you into space, right?
Right.
Well, that's not what I experienced.
Right.
What I experienced was I knew I was on the couch with my girlfriend. I knew where I was, but I was feeling something that I'd never felt before. And
So
this is what gets
you
weird.
must have good history though in your life then.
I wouldn't say good. I wouldn't say bad. I've had a pretty good run. I feel I've had a loving family.
You got no demons flying over your head though. You ain't got no skeletons in the closet.
No. So I.
Well, I asked that though because it's real important to know this shit. Once you're doing it, right?
I've
Because
done my
you're gonna
fair
go
share of
fucking-
things I
you're
won't
gonna
say on camera for fear of criminalization. Incrimination. I'm not going to self-incriminate. I think that's one of the 10 Commandments.
Yeah.
Whatever, you can't do that. But
You're gonna,
That's the 11.
you're gonna blast in space.
But
You want to know what's gonna happen.
but
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not going to answer that question just yet.
That's my point.
I've got
That's my
plenty-
point, right?
I've got plenty of reasons to be ashamed of the person I am, but at the same time, the mindset of fuck up and move on has allowed me to adapt my mind to, you know what? It's okay to not be perfect 100% of the time. I'm not the person I was 5 years ago. I'm not repeating the same mistakes, and I'm growing.
So DMT is is supposed to be something that can be transformed.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But one of the instances that I've heard about was a guy on Joe Rogan's podcast talking about doing DMT and then like doing an accelerated dose. But he was also fucking around with psilocybin and THC at the same time.
Is this Paul, a mushroom guy?
Might be.
Ooh.
I might be. I don't know.
Okay, sorry, continue.
He did it while doing the other shit at the same time, which he shouldn't have been doing, and accelerate like a big dose. And he ended up getting this trip of like going under. He was under for like 20 minutes, but it seemed like 6 months to him.
Yeah,
And then
see, that's
he
the
came
thing.
out of it and he
Yeah.
was schizophrenic for like a year and he had to go through therapy to get back to normal.
Well, see, you know what though? I will say the brain is it's a powerful organ, if that's the right word to use for it. But in some ways, it is delicate. And when you're forcing those kind of chemicals, I don't know who this guy is or how often he's doing these kind of chemicals, but out of all of them,
It is powerful.
no, I
Yeah.
wouldn't say any of them are meant to be taken lightly. You could fuck yourself up with acid. It
Oh.
won't kill you, but it'll make you weird.
Yeah.
You can do
Yeah.
too much acid. You can do too much psilocybin. You may not die, but you'll be different. And,
Well, there's gonna be side effects.
But see, that's what with the DMT is. The guy also gave it to me in a vape cartridge, which is cool too. And my dumbass, I'd go home on my work breaks, and I had like an hour lunch break. And to give you an idea of what this is like,
You
I
started fucking tripping
would
up.
sit there just
Yeah.
as soon as I get home and just
Eat
'cause
your
it only-
fucking sandwich.
no, because after 20 minutes, you could just up and I shouldn't probably say it like
You
this.
can probably feel it.
I could drive a car if I needed to. Not that I was incapacitated of any sort, but you're clear. You know, it's a very quick experience because your body processes it very fast.
That's a trip, man.
Very powerful,
That's a
very
trip.
vivid.
So in your
Yeah.
experience in DMT, there was never any morphine of like the time that you were on it. You didn't feel like it was longer at all.
No,
Okay.
no, that happened to me when I smoked salvia, and that was a terrifying.
My boy,
experience.
he told me about the salvia shit
I would
too.
love to try it again because I didn't really know what I was getting into. With a lot of these things, like when I took acid for the first time, I was expecting a 2-hour high. I took four hits. The guy said, they're very tiny little things. He said, cut these into fourths and take one. And he gave me 2 of them, and I took fucking 1.5. You know what I mean? So anyway, we'll touch on that. But the salvia, it was a 5-minute trip. What my roommates told me. I felt like I was down in some hole for hours and hours and hours.
Put the
just
lotion on the skin.
in
huh?
extreme pain. I don't remember much about what I was doing.
I've never seen Silence of the Lambs.
I've seen that one. What I started doing, I smoked the salvia. They said I got up, and I remember doing this, and I walked around the living room. I just kept walking in circles. And what was going through my mind was like, I'm the NPC of my own life. I'm the NPC of my own life. My choices are making me the NPC of my own life. And that was a weird thing to kind of come to terms with. I was like walking, but I'm not walking.
That's
I felt.
kind of cool though.
What were you doing, man? Were you like
No, it was
sitting there,
terrifying.
or
No,
what?
I was walking in a circle. NPC when I read
You
when
was
I
really
say that,
walking, though.
like yeah, I was walking,
Okay.
but like a video game, you're the main character, right? You might walk up to another guy for a
It's
side
like you're
quest.
watching someone else play a video game
Right.
from the outside.
But
That's
meaning-
crazy,
And
man.
you're making the decisions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
right,
not
right.
real. They're a
Yeah,
person,
right.
but they're not. There's nothing behind
Yeah.
besides they look like a person.
Shit, I feel like that every day, man. I feel like I'm fucking
That's
getting pulled by
terrifying. I was
strings.
terrified
like
by
a
it.
puppet, man.
And then I
always
went,
have.
sat in my room and I started crying, and then it was really weird because I felt like I couldn't breathe. I felt pain, like intensified, acute pain focused here, here, and here. Like I don't know what that was, but I mean, like I could just, I was like in just
It
extreme
probably hit
agony.
nerves.
I'll teach you about your chakras later.
That's what I didn't want to get into that, but that's what anyway, but I remember my roommate came in to check on me, And I don't mean to touch you, but I was sitting with her like this, and I was like, please.
Hey man,
my
friend's right here, remember?
I was like, please, don't let me go back down there. Don't send me back down there. Don't put me back down there. Like whatever the fuck was going on in my head.
You're fucking tripping.
I was freaking out.
Yeah,
I was terrified.
Okay.
I remember as soon as I was done.
Order this off High Times or something? Like, where do you get?
You said LA, yeah?
Really easy to get.
No, the salvia. There was a girl I was seeing off Tinder, and
isn't that like bath salts too, salvia?
I don't fuck. I don't.
Or they're kind of like different.
Salvia. No,
Different.
salvia is an herb. Salvia is a plant. It's
Yeah,
it's a flower that grows.
Yeah.
It might be called spice, depending on what form it's in.
Right.
But I remember as soon as I woke up, came down.
Woke up.
And I realized it only been 5 minutes. I felt like I'd been gone for hours. I took that bag and I sprinkled it all over the back wall.
Say,
and said,
fuck
I'm
this
not
shit up.
touching this shit.
Yeah.
This shit's for the birds. Come on, birds.
What an idiot I was, because now I'm looking for all that crap that I can't find it
They know
anymore.
fucking flying weird and shit. Thinking they're
Holy
dragons. These
Holy
birds
shit.
are all these dragons, little sparrow.
And see, that's what cracks me, because you'll hear stories about like the guy who was like tripping on mushrooms and like eats another dude's face. No, that's bath salts. Sorry.
Yeah, bath salts. Yeah.
Ate another dude's face.
Yeah.
Those
I
are
was talking about that today.
That's not the kind of experience
Somehow
I'm
it came
interested
up,
in.
man.
Like
Yeah.
that PCP type shit.
See, that's not cool. The drugs that I hear about, and I hate even to call them drugs, the people who go through them are doing it for like a purpose, and they're walking out better for it. They're having experiences that are real to them, that are impacting their life in a very positive way.
That's why I want to do the psilocybin and the DMT, so you can have this transformative experience.
And
I'm not trying to party with it.
right,
That's
right.
not what I'm looking for.
Absolutely, and that's to get a little spiritual with
I'm
it again.
good.
Like I
I don't
told
want
you,
to touch nothing in my past. I'm cool.
I told you like
Forward.
the crystal
You know
like,
what I'm saying?
that should have blasted me into space. Like I ruined it. I believe I probably wasn't ready for it. That wasn't the right time.
What's that? Which one?
So when I had the DMT, I had the chongo, which I actually smoked, but then I had the crystallized powder of it, the one I was supposed to like hit through the dab ring, and I ruined it all. I ended up I got nothing out of it because I burnt it all
You
the wrong
smoked
way.
it. Yeah, you burned up.
And it didn't.
Yeah.
It all vaporized. Whatever. It didn't work.
Caramelized
I did
and
it
shit.
wrong.
Yeah.
But I believe maybe
Maybe
I, just,
hey,
I wasn't
that was
ready
for a
it.
reason,
It
right?
wasn't the right time.
Yeah, that was
Exactly.
fucking reason. God
Exactly.
did that for a reason, man.
Yeah, whatever.
He said, you know what? He just put in your head, man. You know, he didn't do it physically. You know what I'm saying? So like he's gonna give you some drugs and shit.
and
Here
looking
come a man. We're gonna get high and see some angels.
My mindset at the time was, fuck, I'm so confused. These experiences are going to fix it. And that's not true. Those drugs, those experiences, they're tools. They are not solutions. They might help you see the answers, but that's what they're there for. They're there to help you dive down to those deeper parts of yourself. You can get the same experience doing breath work. You can look into it. Hydroperfect, whatever.
Such a thing, yeah.
It's something hypo breathing, but you can do the same thing with breathing work. You don't need drugs.
Well,
what
fuck
they
no.
do,
You just hold your breath till you're blue.
yeah, they allow you to peel back certain mental
And
layers.
Is that in junior high?
Yeah, you know, and then you fucking just sit there and wait to die.
But yeah,
I think I just killed some brain cells.
no, fuck.
Yeah.
They allow you to look into yourself more introspectively in ways that you normally can't without them.
Yeah.
But they're not the solution. And I guess that's where I was getting a little messed up in my head. Is like, well, once I have this experience, I'll be better. And that's not true. It's up to you to strive every day to work and
Maybe
make
it just
yourself
shows
better.
you different paths. Something
Exactly.
Like that.
Well, the thing is though is that I believe like that, you know, for like outer mind drugs and shit, like any drugs that's out of our fucking country, you know what I'm saying? It's there for a reason.
Well, heroin comes from
you know,
Afghanistan.
Well, I know that, but see, it's all about their customs and their beliefs and shit. You know what I'm saying? To us, we're virgins to this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. Like I said, the Amazonians, they've been doing it for thousands of years. They're like,
exactly.
it's just part of our culture.
That's what I'm getting at.
Whereas
yeah.
here you have the people like again back in the 60s and 70s, old white men who were told that if you masturbate you're going to hell.
Right.
You can't
Or
expect
blind.
to be making good decisions.
That hasn't happened yet.
Oh shit. Oh, fuck.
The vision ain't quite as good as it used to be.
Sometimes
20
I come
years
so
ago.
hard I can't see for a little while, but
Have you guys ever seen that? What was that? They made this movie, Reefer Madness. Have you heard of that?
I've
The
heard
old
of it,
70s one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like, if you smoke reefer, the black man's gonna rape your white wife. That type of stuff.
Okay,
You see some of that shit on like Pineapple Express, I think, or something like that.
here's another fun one. So
Yeah.
this is the way it was broken down to me, probably on a
It was
Rogan
the devil's
podcast.
weed.
Is
the
that
devil's lettuce.
marijuana was made illegal as a byproduct because of the paper industry. Because hemp, as I'm sure you know, is such a largely useful commodity. You can
It is.
whatever
Yeah.
the textile industry was very threatened by it, and the guy who had a monopoly on the textile industry started running campaigns against marijuana because he didn't want the hemp to start taking over. There's so many. You can look it up, dude. Hemp is incredible, and you can produce way more hemp than you can whatever else on any acreage, and you can get way more out of it.
In it as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they made hemp illegal as a byproduct to making marijuana illegal, which saved this guy's. It was all shady, under the table, wrong kind of things. You know what I mean? So marijuana was made illegal because of other things that were going on behind the. It's just taking advantage of the hearts and minds. Marijuana will make you get raped by the black man. Like, that's obviously not true.
Some crazy bullshit.
That's not fucking true.
Yeah.
But can you imagine living in a day and age where you hear that and go, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
I can't. Oh my son, I can't have him smoking pot. You know, he's gonna get raped by the black man or whatever."
So we're in fucking Arkansas. They probably do it still. You know what I'm saying? They probably poison the minds like that.
Not to say that black men don't rape. I'm saying they probably rape just as much as every other man. But
of course they do.
We're all even. It's equality. Sorry, equality.
Statistics.
We all rape equally.
Of course.
I don't know.
You don't rape no better than I do.
You know what? I haven't tried recently.
I'll rape you.
I've been abstaining lately.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've been working on those deadlifts. It's on the legs. It's the
There
wrestling. It's the
we go.
wrestling.
Talk about addictions again.
Help you
Huh?
abstain or help you with the rape?
Oh shit. Well, see.
He's like the Mr. Brooks factor, but with rape.
Oh my God. That's if I'm practicing for the rape, it's definitely in my quarter-mile sprint or whatever I'm doing. I don't know. It's like the cheetah. I'm good for the first few seconds, but after that, like, you're good. You go.
Burpees are good.
You go, yeah.
Burpees. So you can get down, you get up and go real fast.
Yeah.
1, 2, done.
Burpees, yeah. I bet. I bet you're sweating bullets and shit
You gotta
afterwards.
be really into it though.
Ribs
Yeah.
suck. But see, but like I was saying about watching people who are passionate about what they do.
That's that gel shit, man. Those fucking burpees. Yeah. In that little box and shit, man.
There's probably someone out there, and it's unfortunate, but rape's probably their favorite thing. And that's unfortunate. What are they supposed to do?
It's not just unfortunate, it's evil.
I'm joking,
It's
of course.
disgusting.
I'm joking, of course.
Yeah.
Rape is terrible. You
Very.
should never do it unless you really want to.
Yeah.
I never rape unless you guys do.
Unless you guys are cool.
I'll keep the raping a secret.
Oh my God. How many times you can say rape in 3 minutes?
Yeah. See now, shit like that. See now, someone could get offended with rape.
Yeah, but
easily.
you know what? See, I believe,
Easily.
and here's my take on humor and comedy. You
Yeah.
know what? Everyone's got their own right to be offended at whatever, but I
Right.
believe it comes from intent. Obviously, we're probably not raping anybody, right? We're just
Nah.
joking. So there's why take it literal? People like to take it.
I've known you for a while.
I don't know who the fuck you are.
I've never tried to rape you.
He's not chasing anyone with the
Give him another
flip-flops
day
and
or
socks,
two.
okay? He's not chasing anybody.
Nah.
Neither are you in those flip-flops. And these are dress shoes from Ross, brother. This would fall apart the moment I try to go more than 10 miles an hour.
Oh,
There you go.
Ross, don't get me started on Ross.
I love Ross.
Fuck Ross,
What's
dude.
wrong with Ross?
That is for low lives.
Ross,
Dude.
Ross,
Dude.
Ross. Oh, like
You-
Kirkland.
You need to upgrade to Marshalls. I'm telling you.
Did you not hear the part where I make $500 a month?
Marshalls, dude, it's like 30 cents more per outfit or whatever, like 10% more.
What they're fucking,
And you get it way close,
Ross is
fit
worse
class
than
clothes.
worse than Dee Dee's pretty bad.
DD's
No,
discount?
DD's is worse than Ross.
Okay, I won't
Yeah,
buy
I thought
clothes anywhere where they also sell bread. I'm sorry, that's just not.
I don't give a shit.
I don't
either,
want to. That's like buying your shirts from the pharmacy.
No, have you really never
Yep.
been to Marshalls?
I probably have with some
No,
girlfriend or something.
That was a whole bit.
Is it like TJ
You
Maxx?
brought up Ross and I had a thing for it.
Oh
so.
my God! I'll have to
You know what? I haven't been to Marshalls in a long time. Tell you the truth, man. Long ass fucking time. Last time I was at Marshalls like in the early 2000s and shit. I stole a pair of shoes and I had to fucking book it. You know what I
In
mean?
the shoes?
Did you put the shoes on?
Those very flip flops.
Did I did have
He's
shoes
looking
on.
for
I
the
did.
raping shoes.
I did because when I went, I had shoes. And I went and I took my
You had to
shoes
get
off,
to
put
the
their
van
shoes
where it was
on.
van park.
Oh my
No, it
God.
wasn't.
Where's the
I fucking-
van?
They chased me too. And then fucking I hopped over these fucking apartments, this big old apartment fucking wall.
For some Marshall shoes?
There's Adidas. They're nice. And I'll tell you, there's another fucking part of that story too. And when I went to jail, not for the Adidas though, this is for DUI, but I got away on
This isn't connected?
the Marshalls one. I got away from that shit.
So what I gathered is, this is probably separate stories, but the way I understand it is you just robbed a Ross while drunk, tried to drive
Marshalls.
away, and they arrested you for DUI.
No,
Okay.
no, it was a totally different case.
It was a different day, right?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyways, I got away from it, right? And fucking, I just hopped this like a concrete wall to these apartments, and they stopped fucking chasing me. They called the cops because I looked over there and I seen the cop car there. And
You're
shit.
out of their jurisdiction.
You went back?
Hell no. You don't ever go back to crime
You
scene,
just told
man.
me you looked over and saw.
Because I hopped over. They didn't follow me. I cut through traffic and shit. The cars almost fucking hit me. And they
Once you hopped
stopped.
over that wall, you're out of their jurisdiction. of the.
So what's that out of the parking lot? That's their. What's that fucking
yeah, it was a
TV
lost
show where
invention,
the
but
guy you
with
only
the cops
sees over the
involved,
fence? You see.
that's a
him.
little-
Wilson.
Wilson.
Tool Time.
So that's you. You're
Yeah,
probably popping over the
prove it.
fence like, oh motherfuckers, kid.
What was it called? Tool Time.
Tool time with
Well, see, the reason why, Home Improvement.
Home and
Oh, Home Improvement.
The reason why I
his
did that-
show on the show was
Was Tool Time.
Tool Time, yeah.
with Tim Allen,
Tim Allen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear.
No, Tim
See, I
Allen.
know some shit. I know some shit.
Yeah, Tim
Toy
Allen
Story
was the
4.
guy.
Let's talk.
Yeah, but so anyways,
Yeah,
fucking, I'm just like this, you know. I looked over there and they stopped fucking chasing me because of fucking the cars. It was right through McHenry and shit. They almost got hit. I almost got hit. It
Liability.
was amazing I didn't get fucking hit.
If I'm making $10 an hour as a raw security guard, I ain't chasing shit. Be like,
I
hey, that guy
know.
just stole some shoes. Aren't you gonna chase him? They were my
I
shoes.
threw my baton.
Threw my
Yeah, but and fucking, so I got away with it, right? And I fucking
I'm proud
booked
of
it
you.
back to,
I'm
thank
happy
you. I booked it back to the fucking Barnes and Nobles, you know, because I had to wait for the bus.
Where'd you
Stole,
get there?
stole me a book so I could
I
read on the
just
bus.
waited there and shit because fucking the cops had me a little shook, you know. I was like, oh fuck, I seen cop cars, you know. I'm like, okay, they're gonna be looking for me. And sure enough, they were. I got on that fucking bus, fucking took my shirt off and shit, you know, and got on the bus and just made it home, no problem, right? Okay, that's cool. And then
Why'd you take your shirt
now
off?
my shirt because they were looking for the person with the shirt.
Were you wearing like a yellow shirt or something?
No, I was like probably a
It'd be
black shirt or some
guy
shit.
with the shirt.
But I had a jacket too, you know, so I fucking just took it off and
Oh,
yeah, I was just trying to blend in, man. You know, and I was trying not to get caught, goddammit. And so I got the bus and took me to the West and home, right? So it was cool, right? But then,
That was great.
yeah, probably, you know,